तस्य ऋद्विजम् ओदारं रत्नधातम् ओमग्ने नयस्तु पदाराय यस्मान् विश्वानि देववयुनानि विद्वान् युयुध्यस्मज्जुहुराणमेनः भूयिष्ठां तेन मुक्तिं विधेम। ॐ यश्चन्द्रसां ऋषभो विश्वरूपः छन्दोभ्योऽद्यमितात् सम्बभूव समेन्द्रो मेधया स्पृणोतु अमृतस्य देवधारणो भूयासं शरीरं मे विदर्शनं जिह्वा मे मधुमत्तमा कर्णाभ्यां भूरि विश्रुवं ब्रह्मणः कोशोऽसि मेधयाभिहितः। They are the presiding people of the whole year, and whatever they do, what will go to them and to all of us. That's the idea. So it's to purify the place yajna, and Undi will be chanting the mantra. This mantra is envisioned by a great rishi from Kerala, Narayana Guru. Very, very profound mantra. So he will be chanting that mantra. The meaning of the mantra is called, this light is a manifested God. God is invisible. God manifests. Brahman manifests as this light. And this light is, Brahman is within us, in our heart. So that Brahman manifests through the mind and the intellect and the five sense organs and illumine the whole world. That's the idea. And whatever we receive through the five sense organs and through the mind is an offering to that Brahman in our heart. That's the meaning of this mantra. The samagris are the worldly sensation which come to you. That is the meaning of the samagri when you put that. And ghee represents our ego. So we are sacrificing our ego as well as all the experience that we gather through the five sense organs are offered to the fire. And the fire is the manifest Brahman God. With that idea in our mind, we do this homa. And the benefit will go to all people, especially to the Yajamana and his family. The benefit will go to him and through him, but he will distribute. You have to distribute. You cannot take it all for yourself. And whatever balance remain, you will get. That is the idea. Okay, Yajna Shishtasana Sandaha Muchande Sarvapipashe. Namaste. So let's start. Hari Om.
गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वर गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम वाक्मे मनसि प्रतिष्ठिता मनो मे वाजि प्रतिष्ठितम् आविराविर्मयेधि वेदस्य महानिस्तः श्रुतं मे मा प्रहासीः अनेन अधीतेन अहोरात्रान् संददामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु अवतु मामवतु वक्तारम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ अग्ने तव यत्तेजस्तद्भ्रामम् अधस्त्वं प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वदीया इन्द्रियाणि मनो बुद्धिरिति सप्तजिह्वाः त्वयि विषया इति समितो जुहोमि अहमित्याज्यं जुहोमि त्वं न प्रसीद प्रसीद श्रेयश्च प्रेयश्च प्रेयश्च स्वाहा। ॐ अग्ने तव यत्तेजस्तद्भ्रामम् अधस्त्वं प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वदीया इन्द्रियाणि मनो बुद्धिः सप्तजिह्वाः त्वयि विषया इति समितो जुहोमि अहमित्याज्यं। सप्तजिह्वाः त्वयि विषया इति समिदो जुहोमि अहमित्याज्यं जुहोमि त्वं न प्रसीद प्रसीद श्रेयश्च प्रेयश्च प्रेयश्च स्वाहा ॐ अग्ने तव यत्तेजस्तद्भ्रामम् अधस्तं प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वदीया इन्द्रियाणि मनोबुद्धिरिति सप्तजिह्वाः त्वयि विषया इति समिदो जुहोमि अहमित्याज्यं जुहोमि त्वं न प्रसीद प्रसीद श्रेयश्च प्रेयश्च प्रेयश्च स्वाहा ॐ अग्ने तव यत्तेजस्तद्भ्रामम् अधस्तं प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वदीया इन्द्रियाणि मनोबुद्धिरिति सप्तजिह्वाः त्वयि विषया इति समिदो जुहोमि अहमित्याज्यं जुहोमि त्वं न प्रसीद प्रसीद श्रेयश्च प्रेयश्च प्रेयश्च स्वाहा ॐ अग्ने तव यत्तेजस्तद्भ्रामम्
प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वदीयाः इन्द्रियाणि मनोबुद्धिरिति सप्तजिह्वाः त्वयि विषया इति समिदो जुहोमि अहमित्याज्यं जुहोमि त्वं न प्रसीद प्रसीद श्रेयश्च प्रेयश्च प्रेयश्च स्वाहा ॐ अग्ने तव यत्तेजस्तद्भ्रामम् अधस्त्वं प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वदीयाः इन्द्रियाणि मनोबुद्धिरिति सप्तजिह्वाः त्वयि विषया इति समिदो जुहोमि अहमित्याज्यं जुहोमि त्वं न प्रसीद प्रसीद श्रेयश्च प्रेयश्च प्रेयश्च स्वाहा ॐ अग्ने तव यत्तेजस्तद्भ्रामम् अधस्त्वं प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वदीयाः इन्द्रियाणि मनोबुद्धिरिति सप्तजिह्वाः त्वयि विषया इति समिदो जुहोमि स्वाहा ॐ अग्ने तव यत्तेजस्तद्भ्रामम् अधस्त्वं प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वदीयाः इन्द्रियाणि मनोबुद्धिरिति सप्तजिह्वाः त्वयि विषया इति समिदो जुहोमि अहमित्याज्यं जुहोमि त्वं न प्रसीद प्रसीद श्रेयश्च 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 स्वाहा ॐ अग्ने तव यत्तेजस्तद्भ्रामम् अधस्त्वं प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वदीयाः इन्द्रियाणि मनोबुद्धिरिति सप्तजिह्वाः त्वयि विषया इति समिदो जुहोमि अहमित्याज्यं जुहोमि त्वं न प्रसीद प्रसीद श्रेयश्च प्रेयश्च प्रेयश्च स्वाहा ॐ अग्ने तव यत्तेजस्तद्भ्रामम् अधस्त्वं प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वदीयाः इन्द्रियाणि मनोबुद्धिरिति सप्तजिह्वाः जुहोमि अहमित्याज्यं जुहोमि त्वं न प्रसीद प्रसीद श्रेयश्च प्रेयश्च प्रेयश्च स्वाहा इन्द्रायदं मम ॐ अग्ने तव यत्तेजस्तद्भ्रामम् अधस्त्वं प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वदीयाः इन्द्रियाणि मनोबुद्धिरिति सप्तजिह्वाः त्वयि विषया इति समिदो जुहोमि अहमित्याज्यं जुहोमि त्वं न प्रसीद प्रसीद श्रेयश्च प्रेयश्च प्रेयश्च This is conceived by one of the sages from Kerala, Narayana Guru. That is his Homa mantra. This Homa mantra is called Homa mantra. And now all of you can go around and offer samagri as well as ghee is there. You can take it from here, offer it, and mind your clothes, offer it like this. All of you, please. भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येम अक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः दशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इंद्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्ददातु ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इंद्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्म वदिष्यामि हृदं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवदु तद्वक्तारमवदु अवदु माम् अवदु वक्तारम् ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। ओम वाङ् मे मनसि प्रतिष्ठिता मनो मे वाचि प्रतिष्ठितम् आविराविर्म एधि वेदस्य महानीस्तः श्रुतं मे मा प्रहासीः अनेनादीतेनाहोरात्रान् सन्दधामि हृदं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवदु तद्वक्तारमवदु अवदु माम् अवदु वक्तारमवदु वक्तारम् ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। नमस्ते। थैंक यू। ओम वाङ् मे मनसि ओम आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदं माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्यां मां मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत् अनिराकरणम् अस्तु अनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरतेय उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तु ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। भास्कर you can offer that Purnahuti. Now we will do some Arati mantras. Arati. त्यागे नैके अमृतत्वमानशुः परेण नाकं निहितं गुहायां विभ्राजते यद्यतयो विशन्ति वेदान्तविज्ञानसुनिश्चितार्थाः सन्न्यासयोगात् यतयः शुद्धसत्त्वाः ते ब्रह्मलोकेषु परान्तकाले परामृतात् परिमुच्यन्ति सर्वे दख्रं विपापं परमेश्मभूतं यत्पुण्डरीकं पुरमध्यस्सत्कस्तं तत्रापि दख्रं गगनं विशोकस्तस्मिन् यदन्त तदुपासितव्यं यो वेदादोऽवसरः प्रोक्तो वेदान्ते च प्रतिष्ठितः तस्य प्रकृतिलीनस्य यः परः स महेश्वरः न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चन्द्रतारकं नेमा विद्युतो भान्ति कुतोऽयमग्निः तमेव भान्तमनुभाति सर्वं तस्य भासा सर्वमिदं विभाति ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। Now you all just stand there with your eyes closed. When you close your eyes, you may tend to fall down, so be very careful. Eyes closed, I am chanting some mantras. The mantra is, the meaning of the mantra is, may we all become healthy with strong limbs, long life, and sweetness in our words, better communication. May our mind become capable of reflecting upon the great truths. Then let all good people come towards me, good energy flow towards me. And may I have wealth, cows, cattle. So this is the meaning of this mantra. After performing the homa, after invoking the gods, now we are asking something from the gods. This exchange is called yajna. We offer something gods, empower them, and then we request them to empower us. So there's perfect mutuality. Alone we do nothing. Humans, gods, nature, animals, together we can flourish. So that's the meaning of this mantra. And this mantra also says, respect your parents, your mother, your father, your gurus, your elders, your rulers, your king, respect them. When you respect them, they love you. Again, another exchange. So this is the meaning of this mantra. And finally, may we merge into that supreme Brahman, the truth. These are the meaning of the mantra. So with your eyes closed, listen to this mantra. Om yaschandasam rishabho vishwarubah chandobhyo dyamrudat sambabhuva samendro medaya spranodu amrudasya devadharano bhuyasam shariram me vicharshanam jikhva me madhumattama karnaabhyam bhuri vishubham brahmana koshosi medhaya vihitah shrudam me gopaya avahanti vitanvana kurvana chiramatmanah vasagum simamagavasya annapanecha sarvada tado me shriyamavaha lomasham pashubhi sahaswaha amayandu brahmacharina swaha vimayandu brahmacharina swaha damayandu brahmacharina swaha shamayandu brahmacharina swaha यशोजने सानि स्वाहा श्रेयान्वस्य सोसानि स्वाहा तं त्वा भगप्रविशानि स्वाहा समाभगप्रविश स्वाहा तस्मिन् सहस्रशाखे निबगाहुं त्वयि मृजे स्वाहा यथा वप्रवदायन्ति यथा मासा अहर्जरम् एवं मां ब्रह्मचारिणः धातरायन्तु सर्वदा स्वाहा प्रतिवेशोऽसि प्रमापाहि प्रमापद्यस्व भूर्भुवस्सुवरिदिव एतास्तिस्रो व्याहृदयः तासामुखस्मैतां चतुर्थीं माहाचमस्य प्रवेदयते महैदी तद्ब्रह्म स आत्मा ओमहं वृक्षस्य रेरिव कीर्तिपृष्ठं गिरेरिव ऊर्ध्वपवित्रो वाजिनीव स्वमृतमस्मि द्रविणगं सवर्चसं सुमेधा अमृतोक्षितः इति त्रिशङ्गोर्वेदानुवचनं वेदमनुचाचार्योन् देवासिनमनुशास्ति सत्यं वद धर्मं चर स्वाध्यायान्मा प्रमदः आचार्याय प्रियं धनमाहृत्य प्रजातन्तुं मा व्यवच्छेसीः सत्यान्न प्रमदितव्यं धर्मान्न प्रमदितव्यं भूत्येन प्रमदितव्यं कुशलान्न प्रमदितव्यं मातृदेवो भव पितृदेवो भव आचार्यदेवो भव अतिथिदेवो भव सत्यं वद धर्मं चर स्वाध्यायान्मा प्रमदः इत्युपनिषद् ॐ शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मावादिशं हृदमवादिशं सत्यमवादिशं तन्मामावीद तद्वक्तारमावीद आवीन्माम् आवीत् वक्तारम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
सर्वेषु सर्वदा।
Namaste, Hari Om. My name is Sangeeta, and I think many of us know each other here. So we are starting the program, and what currently just happened is a Ganesha Stuti by Dr. Pushya A. Gautama, MD in Ayurveda, and also a student of Indian Heritage and Culture. And at this point, there is a Pada Puja by Sri Bhaskar. He's the proprietor of Rishi Landscapes and Gardening in the city, along with his daughters. Guruji is seated, and our very, very dear Sri Shankar Bidri sir is seated next to him. We are so grateful to have him here. And on his side is Professor Ramachandra Bhatt, a very well-known Sanskrit scholar, Vice Chancellor of SVYASA, and many, many other distinctions. And greatly respected Sanskrit scholar. And on the extreme left is Professor Mahabaleshwar Bhatt, the principal of Veda Vijnana Gurukula, who has arrived with Brahmachari students who are going to chant Veda from Rig Veda and selections of other Vedas for 1 hour. And that is the auspicious beginning we are going to have. But after the Pada Puja is over, now we can have the lamp lighting once Mr. Bhaskar concludes the Pada Puja. With Guruji's permission, we can have the inaugural lighting of the lamp along with Guruji, Shankar Bidri sir, and Professor Ramachandra Bhatt. So, there are more weeks actually. All the weeks have been put. There have to be more weeks put. All the weeks, please put all the weeks. So 3 weeks. So one who is helping us with the weeks is Suman. He is a mathematician devoted to chess, trained students who is now competing in national level for chess championship. His interest is developing intuition for children. That is the young person whom we see now, Suman. And next to him is Pradeep MP, the director of Synopsis, a corporate company, who is also temple in charge and trustee of the Sambodh Foundation, Bengaluru. Things to light the lamp of Sambodh Center for Living Values. I don't see where is Ranjit R. Where is Ranjit? Shankar Bidri sir, Professor Ramachandra Bhatt sir.
सहस्रशीर्षं देवं विश्वाक्षं विश्वशम्भुवं विश्वं नारायणं देवमक्षरं परमं पदं विश्वतः परमान् नित्यं विश्वं नारायणगुं हरिं विश्वमेवेदं पुरुषस्तद्विश्वमुपजीवति पतिं विश्वस्यात्मेश्वर्गुं शाश्वतगुं शिवमच्युतं नारायणं महाज्ञेयं विश्वात्मानं परायणं नारायणपरो ज्योतिरात्मा नारायणः परः नारायणपरं ब्रह्मतत्त्वं नारायणः परः नारायणपरो ध्याता ध्यानं नारायणः परः यच्च किञ्चित् जगत् सर्वं दृश्यते श्रूयतेऽपि वा अन्तर्बहिश्च तत्सर्वं व्याप्य नारायणस्थितः अनन्तमव्ययं कविगुं समुद्रेऽन्तं विश्वशम्भुवम् पद्मकोशप्रतीकाशगुं हृदयं चाप्यधोमुखम् अधो निष्ट्यावितस्त्यान्ते नाभ्यामुपरि तिष्ठति ज्वालमालाकुलं भाति विश्वस्यायतनं महते सन्ततगुं शिलाभिस्तुलम्बत्याक्षसन्निभम् तस्यान्ते हिरगुं सूक्ष्मं तस्मिन् सर्वं प्रतिष्ठितम् मध्ये विश्वार्चिद्विश्वतो मुखः सोऽग्रभुग्रन्नाहारमजरः कविः दीर्घमूर्ध्वमधः शायीरश्मि सन्तापयति स्वं देहमापादतलमस्तकः तस्य मध्ये वह्निशिखा अणीयो ऊर्ध्वा व्यवस्थितः नीलतो यदमध्यस्थाद्विद्युल्लेखे बभास्वरा नीवारशूकवत्तन्वी पीताभा स्वत्यणोपमा तस्या शिखाया मध्ये परमात्मा व्यवस्थितः स ब्रह्मः स शिवः स हरिः सेन्द्रः सोऽक्षरः परमस्वराट् ऋतगुं सत्यं परं ब्रह्म पुरुषं कृष्णपिं ऊर्ध्वरेतं विरूपाक्षं विश्वरूपाय वै नमो नमः ॐ नारायणाय विद्महे वासुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विष्णुः प्रचोदयात्.
Professor Mahabaleshwar Bhatt and Veda Vijnana Gurukulam are masters in chanting Sanskrit. I didn't know that Dr. Pushya Gautama is a Sanskrit chanter as well. So thank you for giving that surprise. So she is an MD in Ayurveda and also a quite well-known scholar in Paramparika Vaidyam. And I had the great fortune of guiding her as my PhD student as well. And I also wanted to introduce slightly 2 minutes. I mean, I've not written in the program, but I thought we should know each other. So this is Professor Tilak Agarwala, and he's a trustee of Sambodh Society America, Guruji's American organization. And professionally, he is a math whiz, and I don't know, he was forefront leadership of IBM Watt Center, New York, maybe before AI came, and led many teams across the world at IBM. So thank you, sir, for being here. And apart from that, Dr. Tilak is a student of Guruji and has learned 18 chapters of the Gita. And I think that is something great for someone who is professionally very different background to come to that. And that's really Guruji's blessings. And of course, Professor Tilak's interest and inspiration. Seated next to him is Srimati Neelam Singh, and an amazing woman, I would say. As a woman, I would say that she's an amazing woman, because anytime you speak to her, she's an inspiration. She runs an international textile company called Kohinoor Enterprises in New Delhi with thousands of employees, and she is a trustee of Sambodh Foundation, New Delhi. So she's representing Sambodh Foundation, India today. So we have the representatives of trustees of America as well as India today. And her own journey is very interesting, how she has come to this path. And she is a student of Gita, and she continues to learn Gita from Guruji. And I'll just go by this way. So this is Dr. Meera Menon, PhD, and a very interesting personality coming from the royal family in Kerala called Nilambur Kovilagam, very well-known royal family. And she is a professor at Jain University, Department of English Literature. Her own PhD was in faith healing traditions and Mantravada from Kerala. That is, who is coming is Sri Madan Lal and Sushma Madan Lal, trustees of Sambodh Foundation India. And Ajay, I think that's his son. Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't know. Yes, yeah, okay. So they are coming from Delhi, actually, and he has run a Japanese company in pharmaceuticals, if I remember it right. Thank you for being here. And that is Ajay and his wife. Okay, and continue the introduction. So I think I've introduced Meera, Dr. Pushya I've already introduced. Vasudha Rao, whom I have recently connecting with, she's a counselor and wants to dedicate to Indian heritage and culture. So as you would see that today is a coming together of people who are interested in cultural heritage, in India's pluralistic tradition. So So everybody wants to contribute and find out how can we be contributing to Sambodh, our center, Guruji's vision, and all our thinking together. Thank you for coming, Vasudha Rao. And seated next to Vasudha Rao is someone who is actually very well known. She is called Dr. Shankar Rajaraman. He is a Ashtavadhani, and perhaps many people would know him. He has won the President's Medal as well for contribution to Sanskrit poetry. Ashtavadhani is a tradition in memory of that. I think he himself will explain later. He is also a Mahakavi in Sanskrit. He has just completed his Mahakavyam in Sanskrit, and a student of him has published a PhD thesis on the Sanskrit poetry of Dr. Shankar Rajaraman. Not many people, who have that privilege as well, Dr. Shankar. And this is Mr. Bhaskar. I think I already introduced him. He's the proprietor of Rishi Landscapes and Gardening, a very well-known company here in Karnataka as well. He's also a patron of this place. Suman, did I introduce you? This is Suman. Did I introduce you or did I forget? Okay, already done. And I think the people who are sitting there, I wouldn't know the names, and they are from Veda Vijnana Gurukulam. All are brahmachari students who are experts in chanting, which we are going to move on. That is Shanti. She is, she's a chef, she's a manager for Hebbal Sambodh Center. Did I miss anyone? And this is, I think Pradeep I've already introduced. Mr. Kumar on the, because we have to introduce everybody. We should not ignore anyone. Sorry, yes, I'm so sorry, I've completely, this is Dr. Vittal Das Rao. He was the superintendent of the Calicut Medical Government Hospital, a physician himself and his specialization orthopedics, and very well inspired doctor, physician by Guruji's blessings and teachings. And seated near him is his partner, Dr. Shailaja Rao, who is a gynecologist, again part of the Calicut Medical Hospital. And they are patrons of this particular center as well. And we also have our cameraman, Mr. Kumar, is leading the documentation program today. What's his name? I forgot. Madan, Mr. Madan. And you would also hear some little drone sounds. You can ignore it. There's a drone which is documenting the whole thing. And Mohan Das, though late, came in time, who is taking care of the light, not only sound, it is only from Guruji, so light and sound. And all the others are here. The drone person's name, I don't know what's name. Murali, who is taking care of the drone documentation today. And I think I have introduced everybody. Mr. Srikanth, well, we need security. I mean, so of course Guruji security is there, and when Shankar Bidri sir is there, no security is needed. But still, as a symbol, there are 4 security team under Mr. Srikanth. Thank you, Mr. Srikanth, for coming, and with all the bouncers. So that's it. And I think now with Guruji's permission, we can move on to the next, which is a few words of inaugural speech by Guruji, and then I will call out the names. May I, Guruji?
Distinguished guests on the dais and dear friends. We are assembled here in a very beautiful environment, surrounded by trees and brahmacharis who have dedicated their life to the pursuit of truth. And on my one side is Dr. Bhatt, who is guiding these brahmacharis into the Vedic tradition, Indian tradition. On the other side is our very inspiring police head, I should say, whose story is legion. Everybody knows about it. How he has saved us from criminals and dacoits. Without him, our life would have been thoroughly insecure. Thank you, sir, for coming and being part of this function. So to the other professor, who also is guiding these students. Thank you for coming. And so, and the brahmacharis who are there, I visited them last year and I was inspired. I thought I must bring them here. Thank you for coming. And then we have trustees from US, Pelag, and Indian trustee Nilam, and Madan Lal has come from Delhi. Accidentally. I did not know he was here. So accidentally. And then Vittal Das ji, doctor, and Shailaji. All these people who helped us in building this facility. And the facilities, we have many ashrams, and these are the people who are helping us. Now this particular facility is called an ashram. An ashram means a place where you can come and relax without any worry. Just come and watch the trees, birds, and then plant some trees and then pluck some fruits and listen to the singing of the birds and the screeching of the bugs and all that. It's a nice place. This is a place where you can just unwind, de-stress yourself, and listen to the Vedic chanting and the smell of the earth, fresh earth. That's how we are envisaging it. And this center is called Sambodh Center for Living Values, not preaching values. There are a lot of people who preach values, but they don't live those values. The more they preach, the less they live. So here is a place to observe Maunam, silence, and practice it. Practice these great values. The rishis have taught us. We are the proud children of the rishis. We are the Vyasa, Yajnavalkya, and Aruni, and all those great teachers. We are the proud children of those teachers. So we have to maintain that tradition. And this tradition is very close to nature. Nature. We respect animals, trees, the soil, and we respect Mother Earth, respect the earth. So this place is a place for living values, observing silence, watching nature, unwinding, and finally abiding in the self, the happy, infinite, immortal self. One has to abide in that self. That alone will inspire us. Otherwise, the life is so stressful. So we envisage this place like that. Ecologically sound and loving nature, animals. We have cows here. A lot of peacocks come here. Monkeys, we do not invite them, but still they come here. A lot of monkeys are here. And then birds, earthworms, snakes. All kind of animals come here. Because they feel safe here. We don't hunt them, we don't kill them. We don't eat them, we don't make pakoda out of them. So that's the kind of value that we try to live here. So, and an organic farming. And we are also supporting many poor people. We have already 4 or 5 people here. They are absolutely poor, 4 or 5. All of them came from Assam, all the way. Some of them are sick, some of them are healthy. So we provide for them. Animals also we provide. So that is one activity. Other is outreach. There are a few villages there, very poor villages. Outreach program. We give them books to children, women some health advice, medical camps. And so that's another activity we are undertaking. That also is spiritual activity. To serve people is to serve God. To serve God means to realize ourselves. They all are connected. And the third is, you people who are out in the world, earning, working, running companies, you also have a responsibility to the society. which is called the dana concept. Share your wealth, 10% of your wealth for the poor people, for those who maintain our tradition, dedicate their whole life. We have to support them. So dana is a very important concept. So if you feel to help us, you are welcome to help us. And the third is this is a living community, intentional living community. We want to document the life here. What are the problems? When a few people come together from various parts of the country. We also have a Muslim here, a Christian here. They all just came here. We didn't want to drive them out. So how do we create a community of people, though they share different belief system and different language, how do we live together as a human being? That's what you're experimenting here. So it's an experimental community. And so too, less consumption and more conservation. That's another idea we are trying to experiment here. So as a living community, and we are inviting others also, come and experience this. You can come and live for 10 days, 1 week like that. So it's a dream project we are experimenting here. A project of living together, unity in diversity, which is the ideal of this country. Different people, animals, trees, earthworms, all of them together, birds. So that's an experiment we are doing. This experiment every experiment needs some money, isn't it? Without that, no experiment is possible. Because we are not selling a product. We are living an ideal, which may require some community support. And we will be coming to you what kind of support we need. And so these are the 4 aspects. One is living an ecologically friendly value system here. Secondly, outreach to the community. Thirdly, helping you to help us. You need somebody who is really genuinely working to help. Otherwise, all your money will be misused. Here I guarantee your money will be put to the right use. And fourthly, documenting this lifestyle. I think this is the future of the world. The future of the world will be an ecologically friendly lifestyle. That is the future of the world. And we need these centers of excellence for that. So that people can learn from, they can come, learn, this is possible. So these are the 4 ideals with which we are launching this project. And we have some very efficient people to steer this work. Your blessing is necessary. Send 1 or 2 brahmacharis, we can accommodate here. We can have a patashala also here. Those kind of things. And we also are contacting a Akshaya Kalpa, those are good in ecological management and organic products, etc. So we are trying to bring a diverse talents to funnel into this place. So this is our dream, and let us see how it pans out. Every movement started with a dream, isn't it? And most of the dreams are failure, doesn't matter. Mahatma Gandhi was a great, colossal failure. But he had a dream. Whether he realized it or not is a different question. So we have a dream. Whether we realize it, whether we live to see that promised land, as they say, we don't know. But we intend to live that dream. And we need your cooperation, your prayers, and your presence. A good word about us. Tell people. So that's the ideal with which we are launching this project. Thank you very much for coming.
Our pranams, Guruji, for the words of vision. Said we can start doing, but we never know whether we'll complete it, and perhaps the process is what is to be learned. And our pranam at your feet, Meera, offering at your feet or the hands as well. And Meera also will complete that a bit offering of flowers to all the dignitaries. Professor Ramachandra Bhatt, Dr. Meera. Sri Shankar Bidari sir. Professor Mahabaleshwar Bhatt. Next, I invite Professor Ramachandra Bhatt to share a few words, and so Dr. Pushya Gaudama will translate into what Guruji's words into Kannada, right, Dr. Pushya? Yes.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಇವತ್ತು ಗುರುಜಿ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ದನ್ನು ಒಂದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಪುಟ್ಟದಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ಶ್ರಮ ಪಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಮೊದಲು ವೇದಿಕೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಉಪಸ್ಥಿತಿರುವಂತಹ ಎಲ್ಲ ಗೌರವಾನ್ವಿತ ಅತಿಥಿಗಳನ್ನು ಪರಿಚಯ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮತ್ತೆ ಆಶ್ರಮದ ಪರಿಚಯವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಆಶ್ರಮದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಂದ್ರೆ, ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಕೃತಿಯ ಆವರಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಈ ಜಾಗ, ಭೂಮಿಯ ಸೌಂದರ್ಯವನ್ನು ಪರಿಮಳವನ್ನು ಅನುಭವಿಸಬಹುದಂತಹ ಈ ಸ್ಥಳ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಜೀವ ನಿರ್ಜೀವಿಗಳಿಗೂ ಬಹುಮಾನ ನೀಡುವಂತಹ ಸ್ಥಳ, ಹಸುಗಳು, ನವಿಲುಗಳು, ಕೋತಿಗಳು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಸಮಾನತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬಾಳುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಜಾಗ ಅಂತ ಪರಿಚಯ ಮಾಡಿದರು ಈ ಆಶ್ರಮವನ್ನು. ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಕನಸು ಬಗ್ಗೆನೂ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಅವರು ಮುಂದೆ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ತರ ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಕನಸು, ಒಂದು ಉದ್ದೇಶ, ಒಂದು ಆವೇಶದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಮತ್ತೆ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ, ಒಂದು ಸುತ್ತ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಈ ಜಾಗದಿಂದ ಸುತ್ತ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಹಳ್ಳಿಗಳು, ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಬಡತನ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಹಳ್ಳಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಏನ್ ಸಹಾಯ ಕೊಡ್ಬಹುದು, ಊಟದ ಸಹಾಯವನ್ನ, ಶಾಲೆಗಳಿಗೆ ಪಾಠ ಮಾಡುವಂತಹ ಸಹಾಯ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುವಂತಹ ವಸ್ತುಗಳು ಮತ್ತೆ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನೀಡುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಕನಸು ಇದೆ. ಅದು ಮಾತ್ರ ಅಲ್ಲದೆ ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕತೆಯನ್ನು ಪಡಿಸುವಂತಹ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಗಳು ಅಥವಾ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡಬಹುದಾದಂತಹ ಸಹಾಯವನ್ನು ಮಾಡೋದು. ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮತದವರಿಗೂ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಥಳ, ಒಂದು ಜಾಗ, ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಇರ್ಲಿ, ಈಗಲೂ ಸಹ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮುಂದೆ ಏನ್ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಸಹ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮತದವರಿಗೂ ಜಾಗ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಗಳು ಮತ್ತೆ ಸ್ಥಳಗಳು. ಮತ್ತೆ ಅವ್ರು ಕೊನೆಯದಾಗಿ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಂದ್ರೆ, ಇದು ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಆದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಒಂದು ಕನಸು, ಒಂದು ಆವೇಶ, ಒಂದು ಉದ್ದೇಶ. ಅದು ನಾವು ಬಾಳುವ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ತೋರಿಸ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು, ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡೋದು ಮಾತ್ರ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಅಂಡ್ ಈ ಪರಿಚಯವನ್ನು, ಈ ಪರಿಶ್ರಮವನ್ನು ದಾಖಲಾತಿ ಮಾಡೋದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಮುಖ್ಯ ಅಂತಾನು ಹೇಳಿ ಕೊನೆಯದಾಗಿ ಮುಗಿಸಿದ್ರು. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
Thank you, Dr. Pushya, so much for that beautiful translation of a very sacred vision Guruji exposed. You may have to continue to do this. Next, I would request Professor Ramachandra Bhatt and also his words in, I don't know whether he's going to speak in Sanskrit or English, but if it is English, it can be translated to Kannada. So I'm assuming that he'll be speaking in Sanskrit. And as you know, Professor Ramachandra Bhatt is a very well-known person in Karnataka, associated with S. Vyasa, Swami Vivekananda Yoga Anusandhana, and many other institutions. And he is the founder of Veda Vijnana Gurukulam, again a very well-known Sanskrit Pathashala residential school, whom you see the Vidyarthis are sitting behind, the students. So may we request Professor Ramachandra Bhatt for his words of inspiration and blessings.
ಓಂ ನಮೋ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಣೇ ನಮೋ ಅಸ್ತ್ವಗ್ನಯೇ ನಮಃ पृथिव्यै नमः ओषधीभ्यः नमो वाचे नमो वाचस्पतये नमो विष्णवे बृहते करोमि। ओम शांति शांति शांति। परम पूज्य परमाचार्य बोधानंद यतीश्वर पादपद्मयोः अनंत प्रणामाः समर्प्यन्ते। We are here to contemplate on those perennial roots of this great nation Bharat. Puja Swamiji embodies that perennial heritage of this land, its philosophies, its sciences, its technology, it's all 14 vidyas and 64 kalas, whatever cognitive multiplicities for which this land is famous, named for it. We hear only just in this ambience, look at this. All these trees are here with so much treasure, natural treasure, with innumerable tender leaves, flowers, fruits, seeds. Why they are so rich? Because at their roots we have cultured them, nurtured them. That is how, if we strengthen the roots, naturally it will be reflected in its fruits, flowers. एवं भारतस्य मूलं नाम वेदः। चतुर्वेदाः पुराणानि सर्व उपनिषदस्तथा रामायणं भारतञ्च गीता सद्दर्शनानि च जैनागमाः त्रिपिटकाः गुरुग्रन्थः सतां गिरः एषः ज्ञाननिधिः श्रेष्ठः श्रद्धेयः हृदि सर्वदा. Here Swamiji, following that great Vedantic tradition, started from Sriman Narayana. On one side, Narayanam, Padmabhuvam, Vasishtham, Shaktincha Tatputra Parasharam, Vyasam, Shukam, Gaudapadam, Mahantam, Govinda Yogindram, Athasya Shishyam, Shri Shankaracharyam, Athasya Padmapadancha Hastamalakanja Shishyam, Tantotakam, Kvartikakaram, Anyan, Asmudgurun, Santata Manatosmi. Sadashiva Samarambham Asmad Acharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. That lineage unbroken. That is what we have inherited. That is why now Bharat is becoming Vishwaguru. From many angles we are progressing, no doubt. But even now, in this so-called scientifically advancing, technologically chasing world also, we are named for our roots. They are the Vedas. Now, high-tech technology also supporting this. We have experimented in our universities, in our Veda Vijnana Gurukulam. It is not only Veda Gurukulam, it is Vijnana Gurukulam, where we have experimented impact of performing yajnas, yagas, and pujas, all vratas, using our high-tech lab. we have such lab where we can measure impact of all those. Many great Swamijis also came. After having performed Shri Chakrarchana and after having performed many yagas, they can just undergo in that lab so that it shows before they start their puja, archana and homa, havana and yajna, and after that also, so that we can just know how much positivity developing in their personality at this physical level, psychic level, spiritual level, in all pancha koshas, annamaya, pranamaya, manomaya, vijnanamaya koshas. That is how that bliss, anandamaya will be emerging. So that modern technology is supporting now impact of all these spiritual sadhanas. We are in that type of new age. That age is now visible to us. So Swamiji's blessings, it is for us, for both Veda and Vijnana. Now in the same time we are in very alarming condition on the verge of Third World War now, that type of alarming situation on one side. On the other side, India emerging as most powerful, covering all walks of life. But for all this, root is our Vedanta and our Vedas and Indian knowledge system now, IKS, that is the name given recently. Ataha aham पूज्यानां स्वामिवर्याणां तथा विज्ञानलोके अस्माकं मार्गदर्शिनी and highly source of inspiration, Professor Sangeeta Menon. Her tapasya also I am just witnessing for so many years. She is so much rendering her service to enrich this cultural heritage. अतः ब्रह्मचारिणः इदानीं वेदपारायणं कुर्वन्तु. And all these things are now scientifically measured. After performing 3 times, we have in our Yasvyasa Yoga University and our Veda Vijnana Gurukulam performed even Somayaga for 15 days. There on one side, Vedics were chanting Vedas and performing yajnas, using all medicinal plants and Shuddha Ghritam. On the other side, scientists were measuring using their computer high tech, and they were declaring scientifically, after having measured, they were declaring what was the positivity spreading everywhere in the whole atmosphere, how this whole atmosphere becoming free from contamination, radiation and pollution. That is how it was evidence-based. We are now in that age, in that transmission is so high. It is very much positive. अहम अतः स्वामिनां पदतले पुनः नमस्कारं करोमि. अस्माकं क्षात्र तेजसः प्रतिनिधयः शंकर बिद्री महोदयः. I was so highly inspired as soon as I have seen his contribution when whole Karnataka was in so much under the grips of so many anti forces, that too in some areas covering Udupi and Sringeri and area. How much taking so much risk, how he made the whole area free from those negative forces like these antisocial elements. That is his contribution. I know that those things very, with all respect and pride, I convey my thanks to him. And so, idam brahmam, idam kshatram, both chapadapi, sharadapi. That much, it is so beautifully blended here. Punaha pranamya ham atra viramami. Shubhamastu.
Thank you, Professor Ramchandra Bhatt. And I think I still remember the day when I met Professor Ramchandra Bhatt. That was, I think, a few days after I joined the National Institute of Advanced Studies. And this meeting was at S. Vyasa. And we did strike our eyes to each other. And we did think that we have to be together. Thank you for your friendship, sir. Thank you for your belief. And thank you for guiding our rich Indian cultural heritage to its fulfillment. And Dr. Pushya is going to make a translation into Kannada, maybe essence of it, because Kannada language is very important. We have to honor the language as well, being in the soil of Karnataka. Kannada Kasturi, yes.
ಇದು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಕಷ್ಟನೇ ಗುರುಜಿ, ಆದರೆ ನಾನು ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಯತ್ನವನ್ನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೇನೆ. ಸೊ ಗುರುಜಿಗೆ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರವನ್ನ ಹೇಳುತ್ತಾ ಅವರು ಏನ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಂದ್ರೆ, ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿರುವುದು ಶಾಶ್ವತವಾದ ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕ ಮತ್ತು ವೈಜ್ಞಾನಿಕ ಪರಂಪರೆಯ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡುವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಮತ್ತೆ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಈ ಪ್ರಕೃತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ, ಈ ವಾತಾವರಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಕಲಿಯುವಂತಹ ವಿಷಯಗಳು ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತಿದ್ರೇನೆ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಪರಿಣಾಮಗಳು ಆಗಬಹುದು ಅಂತ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳೆದಿರುವಂತಹ ವೃಕ್ಷಗಳು, ಪ್ರಕೃತಿಯು ಹೇಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ದೊಡ್ಡದಾಯ್ತು, ಯಾಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ಪೋಷಣೆ ಬಂತು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿ, ಇವುಗಳ ಮೂಲಗಳನ್ನು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಪೋಷಣೆ ಆಗಿದ್ದಿಂದಾನೇ ಬಂದಿತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾರತದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಅದೇ ತರ ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾರತದ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಪರಂಪರೆಯನ್ನು ಈ ತರನೇ ಪೋಷಣೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಅವರು. ಮತ್ತೆ ಶ್ರೀಮನ್ ನಾರಾಯಣದಿಂದ ಉತ್ಪನ್ನ ಆಗಿದ್ದ ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕ ಪರಂಪರೆಯು ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಮುಂದುವರಿಸ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಒಂದೇ ಗುರು ಪರಂಪರಾಮ್ ಅಂತಾನು ಹೇಳಿದರು. ಇಂತಹ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಗಳಿಂದ ಭಾರತ ಈಗ ವಿಶ್ವಗುರು ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಪದವನ್ನು ಪಡೆದಿದೆ ಈಗ. ಅಂಡ್ ಅದು ಬರೀ ನಾವು ಹೇಳೋದಲ್ಲ, ಸಂಶೋಧನೆಯಿಂದನೂ ಅವರು ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರು ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟ್, ಒಂದು ಸಂಶೋಧನೆಯನ್ನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದರು. ಎಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಸ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಯೋಗ ಯಜ್ಞ ಮಾಡುವಂತಹ ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಣರು, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಡೆ ವೈಜ್ಞಾನಿಕ ಸೈಂಟಿಸ್ಟ್ಗಳು ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಏನೇನ್ ಪರಿಣಾಮ ಆಗುತ್ತದೆ, ವಾತಾವರಣಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತದೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಮಾಡುವಂತಹ ಜನರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನ್ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ, ಏನೇನ್ ಪರಿಣಾಮಗಳು ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ಸಂಶೋಧನೆ ಆಗಿ ಅದು ಖಂಡಿತ ಒಂದು ಸತ್ಪರಿಣಾಮ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಫೈಂಡಿಂಗ್, ಒಂದು ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಆಯ್ತು. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೋಶಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅನ್ನಮಯ, ಪ್ರಾಣಮಯ, ಮನೋಮಯ, ವಿಜ್ಞಾನಮಯ ಹಾಗೂ ಆನಂದ ಸುಪ್ರೀಂ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಪರಿಣಾಮ ಆಗುತ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಈ ಕೊನೆಯದಾಗಿ ಅವ್ರು ಏನ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಂದ್ರೆ, ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಸೇರಿ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ತಂತ್ರೋಪಕರಣಗಳಿಂದನೂ ಸರಿ, ವೈಜ್ಞಾನದಿಂದನೂ ಸರಿ, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಸೇರಿಕೊಂಡು ಮುಂದುವರಿಸಬೇಕು. ಅಂಡ್ ಕೊನೆಯದಾಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಉಪಸ್ಥಿತರಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮರವರು, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಡೆ ಕ್ಷಾತ್ರರವರು. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸತ್ಪರಿಣಾಮ ಆಗಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಉಪಕರಣ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಮುಗಿಸಿದ್ರು. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
Again, I think I should repeat the technical award which Professor Ramchandra Bhatt gave to Pushya Gautama, which is Kannada Kasturi, because I don't know, I don't see her writing down, so I don't know. So she's memorizing, and still I think she gave a very good essential translation by the little Kannada I know. Thank you, Dr. Pushya. And now what we are eagerly awaiting, Professor Shankar Bidri sir, someone has to keep the microphone in front of him.
Pranams at the holy feet of the Swamiji. My respects to the eminent scholars present on the dais. My respects to all seekers of peace, happiness who have assembled here, and my good wishes to all the votus who have come here to chant Vedas. I am extremely grateful to Dr. Srimati Professor Sangeeta Menon for having given me an opportunity to come here and be a part of this holy assembly. Today I am very happy that the Swamiji has established this ashram near Bengaluru to enlighten the people regarding our ancient culture, our traditions, and also guide all of us who have immersed ourselves in the material world on the way to internal happiness and to infuse in us a sense of satisfaction and to lead us on the path of dharma so that we can attain oneness with the ultimate, that is the Lord, in due course of time. It's a really very good service he is rendering to the society. Today, if you think of the material progress we have achieved during the last 75 years as an independent country where we had the opportunity to shape our destiny and to build up our future. Today in 2026, when we look back, we find that we have got the highest number of people living below the extreme poverty line. Out of a population of about 700 crores in the world, we have got 110 crores in the world who are living under the extreme poverty line. Out of that 110 crores, our share is 23 crores. That is almost 20% of the total population which is living under the extreme poverty according to the United Nations statistics. So we are number one and second number is Ethiopia. That means that is the distinction we have earned. Another thing we have to think is that 10% of our people control 70% of our wealth. They are in possession of the 70% of the wealth. The top 15% is in possession of the 90% of the wealth. This is the Oxfam statistics. The 85% of the people in this country are in possession of the 10% of wealth. That is, we can imagine the economic disparity. This economic disparity between different people becomes very acute when we go to rural areas. There is acute income disparity in between the people living in urban areas and people living in rural areas. This is on the material side. We have achieved quite a lot, but personally I do feel that because we did not imbibe the values of our ancient culture, because most of us, all of us, did not free ourselves from the tamasa elements like jealousy, hatred, enmity, and greed, our country has suffered. Here the relevance of Swamiji comes. The main reason for our backwardness, though we may say that we are a developing country, we say that we are Vishwaguru, everything is okay, we can always say no problem, no objection also. But basic reason is that we are greedy. We are not really patriotic from the heart. We chant Vande Mataram, Jai Bharat Mata from our tongue and from our mouth very, very loudly. But we have no real patriotism like Japanese or even Chinese or even many other countries. Let it be a truth. All this Jai Bharat Mata, Vande Mataram are packets to cover our Thomas, what I can say, evil thoughts, evil deeds, and evil goals. Let us cheat everybody in the world, no problem. Let us cheat government, no problem. Let us cheat court, no problem. But we should not cheat ourselves. What we are doing for the last 75 years, large majority of us, in all walks of life, is that we are cheating ourselves. This is the bane of our country, in my opinion. We have no love or respect for the people professing, people of different regions of the country. We have got no love or respect for the people professing different traditions or different religions. We have no love or respect for the people who are economically poor. We have no genuine concern for the people who are also the children of the God, like maybe scheduled tribes, scheduled castes, backward classes and all. The one of the main reasons for subjugation of the India for 1,000 years by small tiny countries, whether they are Muslim countries or Arabic countries or Mughals or British, is the reason that disparity within our society. We have not looked inwards. We have not, let there be a work, let there be a division of work. No problem about that. But let every worker get the same dignity. What a dignity a farmer or a merchant gets, the same dignity a cobbler, a blacksmith, a carpenter should get. For the sake of society, division of labor is essential. There is no question. Different paths, different occasions have to be performed by our people only. But only one thing is that the respect or the social status attached to all the professions should be the same. It should be equal. Whether he is a king, whether he is a farmer, whether he is a blacksmith, whether he is a cobbler, whether he is a carpenter, whether he is a barber, whether he is a washerman, whether he is indulging in cleaning up the toilets or anything. No? Every profession should have equal dignity. And similarly, there should be equality among all the people living in India, or for that matter, at least Hindus also. The Vedas have not taught this discrimination. These discriminations have entered into our society at a later stage. So, we can achieve a lot. See, we have got personal animosities, we are jealous, we don't tolerate the progress of the others, and we don't have good wishes for the others. There is a scope in this world. God has created all of us and given enough scope for us to develop to the maximum extent in whichever field we want. There is no need to be jealous. There is no need to cut other people short. You try to grow yourselves. So, here the Swamiji, our ancient scriptures, our traditions, our teachings of our great one become relevant. That is, love your neighbors, respect them, be free from greed, be free from animosity, be free from jealousy. That way you will be able to lead a very happy life also, and you will be able to ensure a very happy life for the others. And another thing your Swamiji has told and everybody has told, that the straight path, the path of dharma, the path of righteousness is the only path for progress, achievement and our salvation and our happiness and prosperity. We have forgotten that. Here our Swamiji becomes very relevant to our society. See, we have seen people, even they have amassed wealth to such an extent that 100 generations of their family can live. No problem. I don't know why they are thinking like that. I don't know whether in their families for the next 100 generations only physically handicapped, dumb, deaf people will be born or anything. They must have got some premonition. Everybody will learn. The next generation, they will also be more competent than us. They will be more intelligent than us. They will be more virtuous than us. They will also work, they will also earn. What is the need for us to illicitly take away what rightly belongs to others and keep it with ourselves, that too in a hidden way? All these people who are making money in this illicit way, I will tell you, their personality will be split. There will be a dichotomy in their hearts. What they speak and what they feel, there will be difference. They will never be having peace of mind also. So ultimately it will cost. Nothing will come in this world free. We may think that we are very intelligent, we are very capable, but ultimate God is super intelligent and He has arranged for everything. So we can cheat everybody, but we cannot cheat God. The persons who accumulate wealth in an illicit manner, they depriving others of their rightful share, they won't enjoy peace. They won't enjoy respect. We have seen from Ashoka period to this day many kings, emperors, as well as governor generals and so many people. But we worship whom? We worship whom? We worship Tulsidas, we worship Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, we worship tapasvis like Swamijis, we worship Chaitanya Prabhu, we worship Basaveshwara, we worship Shankaracharya, we worship Madhvacharya, we worship Ramanujacharya. In every house their photos will be found. But do you find a photo of any governor general or any sultan or any king or any emperor in your houses? Why? They amassed so much of wealth. They ruled so much of over so many people. They ruled over a vast lands. But they are not forgotten. They are forgotten. Why we remember today when we perform Adi Shankaracharya Jayanti? I went for Shataman Utsava, that Swamiji invited me. It's here Swamiji. It appears people wanted chief ministers of Kerala and Tamil Nadu at Kaladi for the centenary celebration of the memorial constructed by Sringeri Mutt at Kaladi in Kerala. But Swamiji told, we don't want any politician, we don't want any businessman, you please call Shankar Bidri, that is enough. So I went and participated for 2 days in the centenary celebrations at comedy. Senior Jagadguru was not there. Vidhu Shekhar was not anointed at that time. The senior Jagadguru was there. I mean, the Swamiji knows, because you have seen so many Swamijis. Have you ever seen Sringeri Swamiji uttering a word regarding the worldly aspects of life? Regarding any other worldly issue? Never. That is why every word that comes from Swamiji will have value. Whether it is Indira Gandhi, whether it is Rajendra Prasad, whether it is Jawaharlal Nehru, whether it is Modi, whether it is VP Singh, whether it is Rajiv Gandhi, go and sit in front of him on the floor. He is always, I was interacted with not less than about 15-16 hours in my life. He always thinks of the divine. He always thinks of the welfare of the devotees. He guides them on the path of truth. He guides them on the path of righteousness. He guides them on the path of dharma. That is the duty. We have not taken our Swamijis very seriously. We have not imbibed sattvic qualities. That is one of the main reasons for the backwardness of our country. Today, Swamiji has started this ashram. This has become the center of sattvic power. Sattvic values. Let this center grow. Let this center prosper. Let us all do our best. Not for the sake of Swamiji, not for the sake of others, for the sake of ourselves. Because Swamiji is only an instrument. He is here for the sake of the welfare and well-being of the people at large. So he will only the guide. He will show the correct path. We have to walk on that path, and we have to ensure that that path becomes smooth, that path becomes a good path. For that we have to contribute our resources. There is perfectly correct. So this way I am very happy that Swamiji has started this ashram. May his teachings, may his guidance be ours. Let by his guidance and by his teaching, if a few thousand people, let us not think of lakhs, even if a few thousand people start treading the right path and shed the tamasa or the evil qualities and adopt the righteous qualities, that itself is a great achievement, and that is the great step towards India becoming Vishwaguru. I am not talking about only in a metaphysical sense, even material world also. Then only we will tread the path of prosperity. Our India will develop, our society will develop, we will get respect in the community of the nations. One thing we should be sure, unless there is unity, unless there is harmony, unless there is peace, unless there is mutual respect amongst all citizens of the country, no progress can be achieved. Nothing can be achieved by hatred. Nothing can be achieved by suppression. Nothing can be achieved by discrimination. If anything is to be achieved in any field, it is with love, affection and righteousness. Let us, under the guidance of Swamiji, tread that divine path. Let us go forward. Let us take the country forward. Maybe the Swamiji's blessings be always with us. Namaste.
Namaste, sir. What words of inspiration, and your vocabulary, your concepts, very, very inspiring. And every time I listen to you, whether we are in our committees together or when you speak at these kind of occasions, I mean, what an inspiration, sir. Thank you very much. And Dr. Pushya Gautama will translate the essence of Shankar Bidri sir's speech. And meanwhile, you see these little beautiful children coming from Tugurigata Government School, along with their headmaster, I hope, Sri Subramaniam. Again, a very, very inspiring, dedicated person of that village. The children are just come from their school and going to take the front seat. They always have to be in the front seat. Others can be behind. So request children to come to the front as much as possible so that everybody gets a seat to sit. And meanwhile, Dr. Pushya will translate.
ಶಂಕರ್ ಬಿದ್ರಿ ಸರ್ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ದ ಸಾರಾಂಶವನ್ನು ನಾನು ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ಶ್ರಮ ಪಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಮೊದಲು ಗುರುಜಿಗೆ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ, ಹಾಗೂ ವೇದಿಕೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಉಪಸ್ಥಿತಿರುವಂತಹ ಅತಿಥಿ ಗಣ್ಯರಿಗೂ, ಮಾನ್ಯ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಚಾರಿಗಳಿಗೂ ಹಾಗೂ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಸಂಗೀತಾ ಮೆನನ್ ಅವರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಗಳನ್ನ ಹೇಳುತ್ತಾ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಭಾರತದ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಪರಂಪರೆಯನ್ನು ಪಾಲಿಸುತ್ತಾ ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕತೆಯನ್ನು ಪಠಿಸುವ ಹಾಗೂ ಧರ್ಮದ ಮಾರ್ಗವನ್ನು ತೋರಿಸುವ ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಮತ್ತು ಈ ಆಶ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನು ಸಮರ್ಪಿಸಿದ್ರು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅವ್ರು ಏನ್ ಹೇಳಿದಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಷ್ಟು ತೀವ್ರ ಬಡತನ ಯಾಕಷ್ಟಿದೆ? 20 ಶತಮಾನದ ಜನ ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ತೀವ್ರ ಬಡತನದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಾಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಬೇರೆ ಲೋಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೂ ಇಷ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ. 2ನೇ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಥಿಯೋಪಿಯಾ ಅನ್ನುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಆಫ್ರಿಕನ್ ದೇಶ ಇದೆ. ಅದು ಯಾಕೆ ಇರಬಹುದು? 15 ಶತಮಾನ ದುಡ್ಡು ಹಾಗೂ ಸಂಪತ್ತು, ಈ ದೇಶದ ದುಡ್ಡು ಹಾಗೂ ಸಂಪತ್ತು ಹೆಚ್ಚು 80 ಶತಮಾನ ಬರೀ 15 ಶತಮಾನ ಜನರ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ಉಳಿದಿದ್ದು 85 ಶತಮಾನ ಜನ ಇನ್ನ ಕಷ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 20 ಶತಮಾನ ಜನ ತೀವ್ರ ಬಡತನದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇಷ್ಟು ಕಷ್ಟ ಯಾಕೆ ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದರು. ಇದು ಲೋಭ, ಅಸೂಯೆ, ಕ್ರೋಧ ಇಂತಹ ತಾಮಸಿಕವಾದ ಗುಣಗಳಿಂದ ಆಗಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರು. ನಾವು ಎಷ್ಟೇ ಭಾರತ್ ಮಾತಾ ಕಿ ಜೈ, ಎಷ್ಟೇ ದೇಶಭಕ್ತಿ ಗಾನಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ಹಾಡಿದ್ರು, ದೇಶಭಕ್ತಿ ನಿಜವಾಗಲೂ ನಮ್ಮ ಹೃದಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆಯೇ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಯಾಕೆ ನಾವು ಸಮಾನತೆಯಿಂದ ಬಾಳಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ? ಬಡವರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಬಹುಮಾನ ಇದೆಯಾ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ? ಸಮಾನತೆ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಬೇರೆ ಮತದವರಿಗೆ ಸಮಾನತೆಯನ್ನು ತೋರ್ಸಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ? ಪರಿಶಿಷ್ಟ ಜಾತಿಯವರಿಗೂ ಸಮಾನತೆ ಹಾಗೂ ಬಹುಮಾನ ಇದೆಯೇ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ? ಪರಿಶಿಷ್ಟ ಪಂಗಡದವರಿಗೂ ಇದೆಯಾ? ರೈತರಿಗೆ, ಶೌಚಾಲಯಗಳನ್ನು ಸುತ್ತಪಡಿಸುವವರಿಗೆ, ಇಷ್ಟು ಜಾತಿಗಳು, ವೈಶಿಷ್ಟ್ಯ ಗುಂಪುಗಳಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಬಹುಮಾನ ಹಾಗೂ ಸಮಾನತೆಯನ್ನು ನಮಗೆ ತೋರ್ಸಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ವೇದಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂತಹ ಪಾಠ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ, ತಾರತಮ್ಯವನ್ನು ತೋರಿಸಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಇದು ಮನುಷ್ಯನೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು, ಅದು ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಹಿಂದೆ ಉಳಿಯೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾರಣವೇ ಇಂಥ ತಾರತಮ್ಯವನ್ನ ತೋರಿಸುವುದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರು. ಸೊ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು, ಈಗಿನ ಕಾಲಘಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾಕೋ ಗುರುಗಳ ವಚನಗಳು, ಸಜ್ಜನರ ಪದಗಳು ಯಾಕಿಷ್ಟು ಮುಖ್ಯ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಅವರು ಧರ್ಮದ ಮಾರ್ಗ, ಕಾರುಣ್ಯದ ಮಾರ್ಗವನ್ನು ಹೇಳುತ್ತಾರೆ ಹೊರತು ತಾರತಮ್ಯವನ್ನು ತೋರಿಸಿ ಬರೀ ಸಂಪತ್ ಮತ್ತು ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ವೆಲ್ತ್ ಅನ್ನ ಹೆಚ್ಚುಪಡಿಸುವ ದಾರಿ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬೇಡಿ ಅಂತ ಈ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಿರೋದು ಈಗಿನ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ. ಮುಂದಿನ ಪೀಳಿಗೆಗಳಾಗಿ ಬಿಡಬೇಕಾಗಿರುವ ಸಂಪನ್ಮೂಲಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ಈಗ ಅಸೂಯೆ ಪಟ್ಟು ಮರೆಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಬೇಕೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದರು. ಸೊ ಅವರು ಕೊನೆಯದಾಗಿ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳಿದಾರಂದ್ರೆ, ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಸುಳ್ಳು ಹೇಳಬಹುದು, ಆದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ದೇವರಿಗೂ ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ವಂತ ಆತ್ಮಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ನಮ್ಮ ಆತ್ಮ ಸದಾ ಸಾಕ್ಷಿಯಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲ ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆಗಳಿಗೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರವೃತ್ತಿಗಳಿಗೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೇನೆ ಈಗಿನ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಜ್ಜನರ ಸದ್ಗುರುಗಳ ಪಾಠಗಳು ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಬೇಕೇ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಮುಗಿಸಿದ್ರು. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.
Thank you, Dr. Pushya, for that yet another beautiful translation of a very, very inspiring speech by Dr. Sri Shankar Bidri sir. Now we invite Professor Mahabaleshwar Bhatt for a few sentences he will share in Kannada, and then he will introduce the brahmacharis from Veda Vijnana Gurukulam who is sitting behind for the Vedic chanting. Professor Mahabaleshwar Bhatt, who is the principal of Veda Vijnana Gurukula.
ಭಾಗವತದ ಮಹಾತ್ಮೆ ಹೇಳುವ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಂ ಪ್ರೌರಜಂತಮನುಪೇತಮಪೇತ ಕೃತ್ಯಂ ದ್ವೈಪಾಯನೋ ವಿರಹ ಕಾತರ ಆಜುಹಾವ ಪುತ್ರೇತಿ ತನ್ಮಯತೆಯ ತರವೋಭಿನೇದು ತಂ ಸರ್ವಭೂತ ಹೃದಯಂ ಮುನಿಮಾನತೋಸ್ಮಿ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಸಂಗ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ವ್ಯಾಸರ ಪುತ್ರ ಶುಕ ಮಹರ್ಷಿಗಳು ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನ ತ್ಯಜಿಸಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ತಂದೆ ವ್ಯಾಸರು ಕರೀತಾರೆ, ಪುತ್ರ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ ಮಗನನ್ನ. ಆದರೆ ಪ್ರತ್ಯುತ್ತರವನ್ನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಂತಹದ್ದು ಅಲ್ಲಿರುವಂತಹ ಗಿಡ ಮರಗಳು ಅಂತ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಾಗ ಆ ಅನುಭವ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಇದು ಒಂದು ರೀತಿಯ ತರವೋಭಿನೇದು, ಎಲ್ಲ ಮರಗಿಡಗಳು ಮಾತನಾಡ್ತವೆ. ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿಯವರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ ಹಾಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಜೀವ ಇರುವ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳು, ಜೀವ ಇಲ್ಲದ ಸ್ಥಾವರ ಜಂಗಮಗಳೆಲ್ಲವುಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಸ್ಪಂದಿಸ್ತೇವೆ ನಾವು ಅನ್ನುವಂತೆ ಇದೆ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಋಷಯ ಶೌನಕಾದಯ ನಿಮಿಷೇ ನೈಮಿಷಾರಣ್ಯೇ ಋಷಯ ಶೌನಕಾದಯ ಅಂತ. ಸತ್ಸಂಗ, ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ವಿಚಾರಗಳು ನಡೆಯೋದು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ರೀತಿಯ ಆಶ್ರಮ ಪರಿಸರದಲ್ಲಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಈಗ ನೈಮಿಷಾರಣ್ಯ ಅಂತ. ಅರಣ್ಯ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಪರಸ್ಪರ ಸಂಘರ್ಷ ಇಲ್ವೋ. ರಣ್ಯ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಪರಸ್ಪರ ಯುದ್ಧ, ಗಲಾಟೆ ಇತ್ಯಾದಿಗಳು ನಡೆಯುತ್ತೋ ಅದು ರಣ್ಯ. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಇಲ್ಲವೋ ಅದು ಅರಣ್ಯ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳುವಂತಹ ಮಂತ್ರಗಳಿಗೆ ಹೆಸರು ಆರಣ್ಯಕ ಭಾಗ ಅಂತ. ಇವತ್ತು ಗುರುಕುಲದ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ಗುರುಕುಲದಲ್ಲಿಯೇ ಪಾಠ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರುವಂತಹ ವಿದ್ವಾನ್ ಪೃಥ್ವಿರಾಜ್ ಅವರ ನೇತೃತ್ವದಲ್ಲಿ ಗುರುಕುಲದ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳು ಈಗ ವೇದ ಪಾರಾಯಣವನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಯಜುರ್ವೇದದ ತೈತ್ರಿಯ ಶಾಖೆಯಲ್ಲಿರುವಂತಹ ಸಂಹಿತೆಯಲ್ಲಿರುವಂತಹ ರುದ್ರ ಪ್ರಶ್ನ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ರುದ್ರ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಟ್ಟು 42 ಅರ್ಥಗಳನ್ನ ಭಾಷ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವನು ದುಃಖವನ್ನು ನಾಶ ಮಾಡುವವನು ಹೌದು, ಸಜ್ಜನರ ದುಃಖವನ್ನು ನಾಶ ಮಾಡುವವನು, ದುಷ್ಟರಿಗೆ ದುಃಖವನ್ನು ಕೊಡುವವನು, ಎರಡನ್ನೂ ಮಾಡುವಂಥವನು. ಅಂತಹ ರುದ್ರ ಅವನೇ ಶಿವನೂ ಆಗ್ತಾನೆ, ರುದ್ರನೂ ಆಗ್ತಾನೆ. ಅಂತಹ ರುದ್ರನನ್ನ, ಅದು ಕೇವಲ ರುದ್ರ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಣ್ಣು ಮುಂದೆ ಬರುವ ಯಾವುದೋ ಫೋಟೋದಲ್ಲಿರುವ ಚಿತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿರುವ ರುದ್ರ ಅಂತಲ್ಲ. ಆದಿತ್ಯಾತ್ಮಕ ಶ್ರೀರುದ್ರ. ಅಸವ್ಯೋ ವಸರ್ಪತಿ ನೀಲಗ್ರೀವ ವಿಲೋಹಿತ ಉತೈನಂ ಗೋಪಾಹ ಅದರ್ಶನ್. ಎಲ್ಲ ನೀರು ತರುವಂತಹ ಮಹಿಳೆಯರು ಕೂಡ ಅದನ್ನ ಗೋಪಾಲನೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡುವಂಥವರು, ಎಲ್ಲ ನೀರು ತರುವಂತಹ ಮಹಿಳೆಯರು ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನೂ ಕಾಣುವಂತಹ ಸೂರ್ಯನೇ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಧಿದೇವತೆ. ಅಂತಹ ಸೂರ್ಯನನ್ನ, ಆದಿತ್ಯಾತ್ಮಕ ಶ್ರೀ ರುದ್ರನನ್ನ ಸ್ತುತಿ ಮಾಡುವ ರುದ್ರ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಮತ್ತು ಉಪನಿಷತ್ತಿನ ಕೆಲವು ಭಾಗಗಳನ್ನ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳು ಈಗ ಪಠನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸರ್ವೇ ಛಾತ್ರಾಹ ಅತ್ರ ಪುರಸ್ತಾತ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿಯೇ can sit here.
Sure. So, I was just thinking while the students are invited to sit in the front, Dr. Pushya will translate it into English because there are non-Kannadiga residents also here. So Dr. Pushya, the essence of what Professor Bhatt said in Kannada translated to English. And meanwhile, the students are taking a seat in the front for the Vedic chanting. Dr. Pushya.
Bhatt sir was, he started with a verse that speaks about Shuka and Vyasa, saying that once when Shuka was wandering along the forest paths near his home, his father Vyasa addressed him and called to him, and yet it was not Shuka who answered, but the trees and plants around. Because Shuka was non-different from the life around him. He said that there is a similar experience in this ashram, where it is possible for one to experience all the trees, the plants, the living and the non-living. He also said that all auspicious and good things can only happen in such spaces, in aranyas, aranya, that is a space without conflict, and that it is hard to come across such spaces, and all that is auspicious can only happen in the absence of conflict. Then he went on to introduce what our brahmacharis today will be chanting, a section of the Rudra Prashna that speaks of Rudra, he who troubles those who are evil and he who gives peace and calm and auspiciousness to those who are good. He is Rudra, he is also Shiva, and also some portions of the Upanishad. Thank you.
This is going to be a very, very auspicious occasion for us. Very rarely you get it in an environment like this, and the vibrations of these Vedic mantras. It will give you a healing experience, take away the tension and the toxic from the system, and you will feel refreshed and healthier as a result of this. So you are not just listening the mantra. The mantras go deep into your system, to bones and marrows, so that it will have a transforming experience. You will leave this place as a changed person, as a healed and whole and holy person. That's the meaning of this mantra. It's therapeutic, it's absolutely healing. No, it's non-invasive. No side effects. You become your own agent of health. You don't have to outsource your health into the other people. So just chant the mantra, listen to that. Listening also is very important. You chant it, these brahmacharis will chant because they are trained for that, they are disciplined for that, and you listen to that with your eyes closed and make it a rare, unique, healing experience. Thank you for this brahmacharis coming and blessing us. Thank you.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Om. Bhadram Karnebhi Shrunuyama Devaha. Bhadram Pashyemakshabhiryajatraha. Sthirairangai stuštuvagum sastanabhihi
व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्ददातु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ नमस्ते गणपतये त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं तत्त्वमसि त्वमेव केवलं कर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं दर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं हर्तासि त्वमेव सर्वं खल्विदं ब्रह्मासि त्वं साक्षादात्मासि नित्यं ऋतं वच्मि सत्यं वच्मि अवत्वं माम् अववक्तारम् अवश्रोतारम् अवदातारम् अवधातारम् अवानोचानमवशिष्यम् अवपश्चात्तात् अवपुरस्तात् अवोत्तरात्तात् अवदक्षिणात्तात् अवचोर्ध्वात्तात् अवाधरात्तात् सर्वतो मां पाहि पाहि समन्तात् त्वं मां मयस्त्वं चिन्मयः त्वमानन्दमयस्त्वं ब्रह्ममयः त्वं सच्चिदानन्दाद्वितीयोऽसि त्वं प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वं ज्ञानमयो विज्ञानमयोऽसि सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्तो जायते सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्त्वस्तिष्ठति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि लयमेष्यति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि प्रत्येति त्वं भूमिरापो नलो निलो नभः तञ्चत्वारि वाक्पदानि त्वं गुणत्रयातीतः त्वं वक्तात्रयातीतः त्वं देहत्रयातीतः त्वं कालत्रयातीतः त्वं मूलाधारे स्थितोऽसि नित्यं त्वं शक्तित्रयात्मकः त्वां योगिनो ध्यायन्ति नित्यं तं ब्रह्मा त्वं विष्णुस्त्वं रुद्रस्त्वमिन्द्रस्त्वमग्निस्त्वं वायुस्त्वं सूर्यस्त्वं चन्द्रमास्त्वं ब्रह्मभूर्भुवस्सुवरों गणादीं पूर्वमुच्चार्य वर्णादीं तदनन्तरम् अनुस्वारः परतरः अर्धेन्दुरसितम् हारेण रुद्धम् एतत्तव मनुस्वरूपम् ककारः पूर्वरूपम् अकारो मध्यमरूपम् अनुस्वारश्चान्त्यरूपम् बिन्दुरुत्तररूपम् नादः सन्धानम् सगुंहिता सन्धिः सैषा गणेशविद्या गणकऋषिः विचृद्गायत्री छन्दः श्रीमहागणपतिर्देवता ॐ गङ्गणपतये नमः एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्तिः प्रचोदयात् एकदन्तं चतुर्हस्तं पाशमङ्कुशधारिणम् रदं च वरदं हस्तैर्बिभ्राणं मोषकध्वजम् रक्तं लम्बोदरं शूर्पकर्णकं रक्तवाससं रक्तगन्धानुलिप्ताङ्गं रक्तपुष्पैः सुपूजितम् भक्तानुकम्पिनं देवं जगत्कारणमच्युतम् आविर्भूतं च सृष्ट्यादौ प्रकृते पुरुषात् परम् एवं ध्यायति यो नित्यं स योगी योगिनां वरः गणपतये नमो गणपतये नमः प्रमथपतये नमस्ते लम्बोदराय एकदन्ताय विघ्ननाशिने शिवसुताय श्रीवरवरमूर्तये नमः। ॐ भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ इडादेवहोर्मनुर्यज्ञनिर्बृहस्पतिरुत्थामदारिशंसि षद्विश्वे देवास्सोक्तवाचः पृथिवीमातर्मा माहिगुंसेर्मधुमनिष्ये मधुजनिष्ये मधुवक्ष्यामि मधुवदिष्यामि मधुमतेन् देवेभ्यो वाचमुद्यासगुं शुश्रूषेण्यः आं मनुष्येभ्यस्तं मा देवा अवन्तु शोभायै पितरो न मदन्तो। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ नमो भगवते रुद्राय। ॐ नमस्ते रुद्रमन्यव उतोत इषवे नमः। नमस्ते अस्तु धन्वने बाहुभ्यामुत ते नमः। यात इषु शिवतमा शिवं बभूवते धनुः। शिवा शरव्या यादवतया नो रुद्रमृडया। या ते रुद्रशिवा तनूरघोरा पापकाशिनी। तया नस्तनुभाषन्तमया गिरिशन्ताभिचाकशीः। यामिषं गिरिशन्तहस्ते बिभर्षस्तवे। शिवाङ्गिरित्रतां कुरु माहि पुंसेः पुरुषं जगत्। शिवेन वचसा त्वा गिरिशाच्छा वदामसि। यथा नः सर्वमिज्जगदयक्ष्मगुं सुमना असत्। अद्य वोचदधिवक्ता प्रथमो दैव्योऽभिषक। अहीगश्च सर्वाञ्जम्भयन् सर्वास्तयातु धान्या। असौ यस्ताम्रो अरुण उत बभ्रुः सुमङ्गलः। ये चेमागुं रुद्रा अभितो भिक्षुश्चिरा सहस्रशो वैशाखं हेड ईमहे। असौ यो वसर्पति नीलग्रीवो विलोहितः। उतैनं गोपा अदृशन्नदृशन्नुदहार्यः। उदैनं विश्वाभूतानि सदृष्टो मृडयातिनः। नमो अस्तु नीलग्रीवाय सहस्राक्षाय मीढुषे। अथो ये अस्य सत्त्वानो हन्तेभ्यो करन्नमः। प्रमुञ्च धन्वनस्त्वमुभयोरात्नियोर्द्याम्। याष्टते हस्त इषवः पराता भगवो वपा। अवदत्य धनुस्त्वगुं सहस्राक्षशते कृते। निषेव्यदल्यानां मुखा शिवो नः सुमना भव। विद्यन्वदुःखपद्मिनो विशल्यो बाणवागुं पुता। अनेकन्नस्येषवः पुरस्य निसङ्गतिः। जाते हेतिर्मेढुस्तमहस्ते बभूवते तनुः। तयास्मान् विश्वतस्त्वमयक्ष्मया परिभुजा। नमस्ते अस्त्वायुधाय नागताय कृष्णवे। उभाभ्यामुत ते नमो बाहुभ्यां तव तन्वने। परिते तन्वनो हेतिरस्मान् गृणक्तु विश्वतः। अतो यैषुतिस्तभारे तस्मन्निधेहितम्। शम्भवे नमः। नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यम्बकाय त्रिपुरान्तकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकण्ठाय मृत्युञ्जयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय शङ्कराय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः। नमो हिरण्यबाहवे सेनान्ये दिशाञ्च पतये। नमो नमो वृक्षेभ्यो ऋषिकेशायोपवीतिने पुष्टानां पतये नमो नमो भवस्य हेत्यै जगतां पतये नमो नमो रुद्राय दधामिने क्षेत्राणां पतये नमो नमः स्तूताय हन्त्याय वनानां पतये नमो नमो रोहिताय स्थपतये वृक्षाणां पतये नमो नमो मन्त्रिणे वाणिजाय कक्षाणां पतये नमो नमो भुवन्तये वारिवस्कृताय औषधीनां पतये नमो नमः घोषाय क्रन्दयते पत्तीनां पतये नमो नमः कृष्णगीताय धावते सत्त्वनां पतये नमः नमस्सहमानाय निर्व्याधिन आव्याधिनीनां पतये नमो नमः ककुभाय निषङ्गिणे सेनानां पतये नमो नमो निषङ्गिण इषुधिमते तस्कराणां पतये नमो नमो वञ्चते परिवञ्चते स्थायूनां पतये नमो नमो निचेरवे परिचरायारण्यानां पतये नमो नमः त्रिकादिभ्यो जिघागुम्भ्यो मुष्णतां पतये नमो नमो तिमभ्यो नक्कञ्चरश्च प्रकृन्तानां पतये नमो नमः पुष्णीषिणे गिरिचराय कुरुञ्जानां पतये नमो नमः इषुमभ्यो धन्वाभिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः आधन्वानेभ्यः प्रतिदधानेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः आयच्छद्भ्यो विदधभ्यश्च वो नमो नमोऽस्तेभ्यो विद्यभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः आसीनेभ्यश्च यानेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः स्वपभ्यो जागृभ्यश्च वो नमो नमस्तिष्ठभ्यो धावभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः सभाभ्यश्च भावदिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो अश्वेभ्योऽश्वपदिभ्यश्च वो नमः नमः व्याधिनीभ्यो विविध्यन्तेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः उगणाभ्यश्च कुम्भतेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो कृत्सेभ्यो कृत्सपदिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो प्रातेभ्यो प्रातपदिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो गणेभ्यो गणपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो विरूपेभ्यो विश्वरूपेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो महद्भ्यः क्षुल्लकेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो रथिभ्यो रथेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो रथेभ्यो रथपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः सेनाभ्यश्चेनानिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः क्षत्रभ्यः सङ्ग्रहेतृभ्यश्च वो नमो नमस्तक्षभ्यो रथकारेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः कुलालेभ्यः कर्मारेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः कुञ्जिष्टेभ्यो निषादेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः इषुकृभ्यो धन्वकृभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो मृगयुभ्यश्वनिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः श्वभ्यश्वपतिभ्यश्च वो नमः नमो भवाय च रुद्राय च नमः शर्वाय च पशुपतये च नमो नीलग्रीवाय च शितिकण्ठाय च नमः कपर्दिने च प्युक्तकेशाय च नमः सहस्राक्षाय च शतधन्वने च नमो गिरिशाय च शिपिविष्टाय च नमो कीकृष्टमाय च सुमते च नमो भस्वाय च वामनाय च नमो बृहते च वर्षीयसे च नमो वृत्ताय च संवृद्धने च नमो अग्र्याय च प्रथमाय च नमः आशवे च विघ्नते च नमः किरते च प्रकिरते च नमो वक्किरिकेभ्यो देवानां हृदयेभ्यो नमो विक्षीणकेभ्यो नमो विचिह्नकेभ्यो नमः निर्हतेभ्यो नमः नीवत्केभ्यः राधे अन्धरस्वते दरिद्रङ्गीललोहिता येषां पुरुषाणामेषां पशूनां माधेर्मा रोमो येषां किञ्चन ममत या ते रुद्रशिवा तनो शिवा विश्वाः भेषजी शिवा रुद्रस्य भेषजी तया नो मृडजीवते इमागुं रुद्राय तवसे कपत्तिने क्षयद्वीराय प्रभरामहे मतिम् यथा नश्यमसद्विपदे चतुष्पदे विश्वं पुष्पं ग्रामे अस्मिन्ननातुरम् मृडानो रुद्रोदनो मयस्कृतिक्षयद्वीराय नमसा विधेमते यच्छन्तयोश्चमनुरायते पिता ततश्याम तव रुद्रप्रणीतौ मानो महान्तमुतमानो अर्पकं मानमुक्षन्तमुतमानमुक्षितम् मानवते पितरं मोदमातरं प्रियामानस्तनुमो रुद्ररीर्षः मानस्तोके तनये मान आयुषिमानो गोषुमानो अश्वेषुरीर्षः वीरान्मानो रुद्रभावितो वचे अविष्मन्तो नमसा विधेमते आराप्ते गोघ्न उत पूरुषघ्ने क्षयद्वीराय नमस्मे ते अस्तु रक्षाजनो अभियुते बभ्रूत्यथा जनः शर्म यच्छद्विवरहाः सुरिश्रुतं गर्दसदैयुवानं मृगन्न भीममुपहत्तमुग्रम् मृडाचरित्रे रुद्रस्तवानो अन्यन्ते अस्मन्निभवन्तु सेनाः परिणो रुद्रस्य हेतुर्वृणस्तु परित्वेषस्य दुर्मतिरखायोः अवस्थिरामघवध्यस्तनुष्वमेघस्तोकायतनयाय मृडया निवृष्टमशिवतमशिवो नः सुमना भव रमे वृक्षायुधं निधाय कृत्यं वसान आचरति नाकं दिग्भ्रदागहि विकीर्तविलोहित नमस्ते अस्तु भगवः यास्ते सहस्रगुण्हेतयोऽन्यमस्मन्निभवन्तु ताः सहस्राणि सहस्रधा बाहुवोस्तव हेतयः तासामीशानो भगवः पराजीनामुखाकृति सहस्राणि सहस्रशो ये रुद्रा अधिभूम्याः तेषागुं सहस्रयोजने वधन्वानि तन्मते अस्मिन्महत्यर्णवेऽन्तरिक्षे भवाधि नीलग्रीवाश्रितिकण्ठाः सर्वादाक्षमातराः नीलग्रीवाश्रितिकण्ठा विवगुं रुद्रा उपश्रिताः ये वृक्षेषु तस्मिन् जना नीलग्रीवा विलोहिताः ये भूतानामधिपतयो विशिखासः कपर्दिनः ये अन्येषु विभिद्यन्ति पात्रेषु पिबतो जनान् ये वधां पतिरक्षयैलवृदायव्युधः ये तीर्थानि प्रतरन्ति कृतावन्तो निषङ्गिणः स एतावन्तश्च भूयागुं तश्च दिशो रुद्राविषस्ये येषागुं सहस्रयोजने वधन्वानि तन्मते नमो रुद्रे सद्यो जाताय वै नमो नमः भवे भवेनातिभवे भवस्तमाम् भवोद्भवाय नमः वामदेवाय नमो ज्येष्ठाय नमः श्रेष्ठाय नमो रुद्राय नमः कालाय नमः कलविकरणाय नमो बलविकरणाय नमो बलाय नमो बलप्रमथनाय नमः सर्वभूतदमनाय नमो मनोन्मनाय नमः घोरेभ्यो घोरेभ्यो घोरघोरतरेभ्यः सर्वेभ्यः सर्वशर्वेभ्यो नमस्ते विद्यते यज्ञेन यज्ञमयजन्त देवाः तानि कर्माणि प्रथमान्यासन् ये हनाकं महिमानः सजन्ते यत्र पूर्वे साध्याः सन्ति देवाः अद्य सम्भूतः पृथिव्यैरसाच्च विश्वकर्मणः समवर्तताधि तस्य त्वष्टा विदधद्रूपमेति तत्पुरुषस्य विश्वमादानमग्रे वेदाहमेतं पुरुषं महान्तम् आदित्यवर्णं तमसः परस्तात् तमेवं विद्वानमृत इह भवति नान्यः पन्था विद्यते यनाय प्रजापतिश्चरति गर्भे अन्तः अजायमानो बहुधा विजायते तस्य धीराः परिजानन्ति योनिम् मरीचीनां पदमिच्छन्ति वेदसः यो देवेभ्य आतपति यो देवानां पुरोहितः पूर्वो यो देवेभ्यो जातः नमो ऋषाय ब्राह्मये ऋतं ब्राह्मं जनयन्तः देवा अग्रे तदब्रुवन् यस्त्वैवं ब्राह्मणो विद्यात् तस्य देवा असन्वशे ह्रीष्टते लक्ष्मीश्च मध्योः अहोरात्रे पार्श्वे नक्षत्राणि रूपम् अश्विनौ जातम् इष्टं मनिषाण अमुं मनिषाण सर्वं मनिषाण तच्छय्योरावृणीमहे गातुं यज्ञाय गातुं यज्ञपतये देवी स्वस्तिरस्तु नः स्वस्तिर्मानुषेभ्यः ऊर्ध्वं जिगातु भेषजम् तन्नो वस्तुद्विपदे चतुष्पदे ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
Maybe we can, yeah, Swamiji, we'll move on to the next, or we'll move on to the next. One more? 5 more minutes? Okay.
आप्नोति परम् कलेशाभ्युक्ता सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तं ब्रह्मा यो वेद निहितं गुहायां परमेभ्यो मन्य ओष्णुते सर्वान् कामान् सः ब्रह्मणादिपश्चितेति तस्मात् वा एतस्मादात्मनः आकाशस्तम्भूतः आकाशात् वायुः वायोरग्निः अग्नेरापः अद्य पृथिवी पृथिव्या ओषधयः ओषधीभ्योऽन्नम् अन्नात् पुरुषः स वा एष पुरुषोऽन्नरसमयः तस्येदमेव शिरः अयं दक्षिणः पक्षः अयमुत्तरः पक्षः अयमात्मा इदं पुच्छं प्रतिष्ठा तदप्येष श्लोको भवति अन्नाद्वै प्रजा प्रजायन्ते या काश्च पृथिवी विश्रिताः अथो अन्नेनैव जीवन्ति
lunch and the children.
सर्वोषधमुच्यते सर्वं हृदेन्नः पुरुषविद एव तस्य पुरुषविदता अन्वयं पुरुषविदः तस्य प्राण एव शिरः प्राणो दक्षिणः पक्षः अपान उत्तरः पक्षः आकाश आत्मा पृथिवी पुच्छं प्रतिष्ठा तदत्येष श्लोको भवति प्राणं देवा अनुप्राणन्ति मनुष्याः प्रजवश्च ये प्राणो हि भूतानामायुः तस्मात् सर्वायुषमुच्यते सर्वमेव दायुर्यन्ति ये प्राणं ब्रह्मोपासते प्राणो हि भूतानामायुः तस्मात् सर्वायुषमुच्यत इति तस्यैष एव शारीर आत्मा यः पूर्वस्य तस्मात् वा एतस्मात् प्राणमयात् अन्योऽन्तरात्मा मनोमयः तेनैष पूर्णः स वा एष पुरुषविद एव तस्य पुरुषविदता अन्वयं पुरुषविदः तस्य यजुरेव शिरः दक्षिणः पक्षः सामोत्तरः पक्षः आदेश आत्मा अथर्वाङ्गिरसः पुच्छं प्रतिष्ठा तदप्येष श्लोको भवति यतो वाचो निवर्तन्ते
Brahmacharis who are chanting these mantras, Rudram, Chamagam and Taitriyam and Purusha Suktam, the key mantras, the heart of the Veda. So you mastered it, I can see your whole body is vibrating now, isn't it? In terms of this mantra. So one of our patrons from from Delhi, so you can, he want to give you some dakshina. So collect the dakshina, each one of you, then give it to your guru later, okay? Don't keep it with yourself. So you can take the dakshina, each one of you can come and then go back and sit there, okay? There will be some other program. Yeah.
That is Mr. Madan Lal and Sushma ji, very ardent devotees of Guruji, and offering a small dakshina to all the Brahmachari Vidyarthis. Thank you for that very, very enlightening Vedic chanting. It was really illuminating, quietening the mind, calming the mind, and what a powerful atmosphere we have at this point. Thank you very much to all the Vidyarthis and the Principal Professor Mahabaleshwar Bhatt. Now we are moving on to, and Sri Shankar Bidri sir has to leave at 1:15 or so. That means our lunch also has to be over by that. So next we will move on to a 2 to 3 minute music or dance event by the school children of Togurigatta Government Village School, and then we will be distributing books, pencils, and a few toffees and like such sweet things to these sweet children. So, you're so used to calling everybody professors from where I come from. So, Sri Subramaniam, sir, maybe you can now guide the next program, and finally we will have a group photograph, and so I'll be soon kind of moving faster to the program. So Sri Subramanian sir, headmaster, who is standing there, very inspiring personality. And meanwhile, I also want to welcome Sri Ravi, who is sitting very quietly and calmly. He is a businessman from the village, and I've heard his story. Sri Ravi, can you please raise yourself so others can identify yourself? Sri Ravi, he also would like to meet Guruji. He comes from a very, very, tough background and rose himself to a businessman, a very influencing villager here, and who is also helping our ashram. So thank you, Sri Ravi. And now I request Mr. Subramaniam to come forward and call the children. I don't see him.
Okay, later.
Where he is?
We'll get
We
are giving to many people.
So we have to now move fast. We have to conclude everything by 12:50. Sri Subramaniam, headmaster of Togurigatta Government Village School. It's a beautiful village school which is nearby. He will say what are the names of these girls. Revati, Vaidehi, Vasundhara, Swapna. So they will be doing a dream-like musical dance. Yes, please.
Nataraja, Nataraja. Sa 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 pani pa, pani sa 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 pani pa. Ni 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 pa ma pa, re ma pa ni 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 pa ma pa. Pa ma re sa sa ma pa ma pa ni ra, sa ma pa ma pa ni ra, sa ma pa ma pa ni sa.
Thank you. Okay.
ಗೆಜ್ಜೆಗಳ ನಾದ ತೂತನಂ ಪಾದಗಳ ಕುಣಿತಾಧೀತನಂ ಸಂಗೀತ ಸಾಹಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಲಾಭವೇ
Guruji. And now we move on to the next event, which is distribution of. I request nobody to leave now. Because we need to complete this program and to leave only after the program is over. So we move on to the distribution of notebooks, pencils, pencil books, and Dr. Vittaldas Rao, Dr. Shailaja Rao. They are the physicians from Calicut Medical College. Dr. Vittaldas Rao has been a superintendent of Calicut Medical College. I mean, there are so many doctors here. Dr. Chiranjeevi, who just came, who is the physician of our Goshala workers, he just left. So we are now going to distribute, and we request the guests sitting there and Dr. Vittaldas Rao and Shailaja Rao to distribute the students. Maybe we will start. Maybe if you could come here. Yes, near Swamiji, and so from here we can distribute. Subramaniam sir, where are you? Yeah, so you may want to be near that book table so that you also know which book to give to which students. Yeah, you can just distribute that. They are from first grade, second grade, third grade. Yeah. Dr. Vittaldas Rao and Dr. Shailaja Rao have been our patrons, and every year they come to Bengaluru and gift some beautiful gifts to our children. And some toffees are sitting in that beautiful basket. Yes, Subramaniam sir. Maybe if you can also call out the names, it's good to know what are the names of these children.
ವೇದಿಕೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪೂಜ್ಯರಿಗೆ ವಂದನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಅರ್ಪಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಸಂಗೀತಾ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಶಾಲೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಅಭಿಮಾನ ಬಹಳ ದೊಡ್ಡದು. ಬಹಳ ವರ್ಷಗಳಿಂದ ಈ ಸೇವೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ತೊಡಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರಿಗೆ ಮೊದಲನೇದಾಗಿ ಹೃತ್ಪೂರ್ವಕವಾದ ವಂದನೆಗಳು. ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನಾ 2ನೇ ತರಗತಿ. ಆ ಕಡೆ ನೋಡಮ್ಮ, ಈ ಕಡೆ ಚಿನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನಾ ತಗೊಂಡು ಆ ಕಡೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಶ್ರುತಿ 2 ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್. ಶ್ರುತಿ. ಧನ್ಯಶ್ರೀ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್. ಸೋ ಕ್ಯೂಟ್. ವಿದ್ಯುತ್. ಉದಿತ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್. ಆ ಕಡೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಅವನ ಹೆಸರು ಏನು? ಓಕೆ. ತ್ರಿಷಾ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್. ತ್ರಿಷಾ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್. ಮದನ್ ಗೌಡ 4th ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್. ಯಶವಂತ್ ಟಿಪಿ 4th ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್. ಜ್ಞಾನಶ್ರೀ 1st ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್. ಯಶ್ಮಿತ್ 4th ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್. ಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ವಿನೋದ್ ಕುಮಾರ್ 4th ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್. ಯಶಸ್ವಿನಿ 3rd ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್. ವರುಣ್ ಟಿಪಿ 4th ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್. ಧನುಶ್ರೀ 2nd ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್. ತನಿಕಾ 2nd ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್. ವತ್ಸಲ 3rd ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್. ಕುಮಾರಿ ರೇವತಿ and ವೈದೇಹಿ and ಸ್ವಪ್ನ 5th ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್. ಉಳಿದವ್ರು ಬನ್ನಿ. ಪ್ರಿಯಾಂಕಾ 5th ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್. ವಸುಂಧರಾ 7th ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್. ಪೃಥ್ವಿ ತೇಜಸ್ 6th ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್. 7th ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಇರ್ಲಿ ಬಿಡಿ. ನವೀನ್ ಕುಮಾರ್. ಇಂಚರ. ಶಾಲಿನಿ. ಶ್ರೇಯಸ್ ಶ್ರೇಯಸ್, ಪವನ್ ಕುಮಾರ್, ರಾಹುಲ್, ಯಶವಂತ್ ಟಿಪಿ, ಸ್ವಪ್ನ, ಸಂಧ್ಯಾ ಬಾಮ್ಮ. ಊಟ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ.
All right, now we move on. We request everybody to take their seats, please. Everybody, please take seat and please take, yeah, that bus can go to, thank you very much. Everybody, please take the seat. Now we move on to a formal ritual, but I think it's beautiful in its own way, which is honoring the chief guests. Okay, now we are moving on to the honoring of the guests, and I request Dr. Pushya to pass on with that and a New Year card. No, or just that and one New Year card to Guruji. And I request Guruji with utmost respect to do the formal honoring of our Shankar Bidri sir, to whom I am so grateful that he came here, took all the trouble, spent so much time sitting here and inspiring all us. Guruji to Shankar Bidri sir. Thank you, Shankar Bidri sir. Your presence has made a lot of difference for this place and for me personally as well. Thank you, sir. I request Dr. Pushya to hand over the honoring of shawl to Guruji for our very dear Professor Ramachandra Bhatt, who has been inspiring all of us with the students' brilliance and excellence. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji. Now, I'm just going to call out a few names, and that goes to Professor. Okay, Professor Mahabaleshwar Bhatt. Sorry. Professor Mahabaleshwar Bhatt is the principal of Veda Vijnana Gurukulam. Guruji is honoring. Chappale, pa strong chappale. Utta ella ide. Utta ella ide. ಸ್ವೀಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ, ಜೋರ ಚಪ್ಪಾಳಿ. Thank you very much, Guruji. Now we move on to honoring a few other guests from USA, Delhi, and Calicut, and I'm going to call out the names. Dr. Vittal Das Rao, Dr. Vittal Das Rao, and Dr. Shailaja Rao. I'd request Dr. Shankar Bidri to honor Dr. Vittal Das Rao and Dr. Shailaja Rao. They may go together also. Yes, they can be harlanded together as well. Dr. Shailaja Rao and Dr. Vittal Rao have been dearly, with so much love, taking care of Togurigata Village School and this place for a very long time. Okay, Dr. Tilak Agarwala, I don't know how to describe him. Of course, he's a ardent devotee of Guruji, but also a good friend of mine, institutionally, professionally, being my collaborator for my publication from Springer, and his leadership. He headed, I think children should keep silent. He headed the New York Watson Center, IBM, leading a cognitive research team, and and amazing, he has learned the 18 chapters of the Gita from Guruji and so much devotion to Indian philosophy. Thank you, sir. And I think Professor Tilak also want to say a few words, maybe a few words only.
तो मैं आज कलोकियल हिंदी में बोलूँगा क्योंकि आप सब लोगों ने अंग्रेजी और कन्नड़ा में स्पीचेस सुनी हैं। मेरा नाम तिलक अग्रवाल है और मैं टेक्नोलॉजी के क्षेत्र में काम करता हूँ और अमेरिका में रहता हूँ। आज इस कार्यक्रम में भाग लेने का मौका देने के लिए मैं अपने गुरु स्वामी बोधानंद को सादर प्रणाम करता हूँ और हर साल मैं स्वामी जी के बेंगलुरु आश्रम में 2 हफ्तों के लिए आता हूँ और यहाँ जरूर आता हूँ इस संबोध सेंटर में। और आज यहाँ आकर ये संबोध सेंटर फॉर ह्यूमन वैल्यूज की बढ़िया और स्टेडी प्रोग्रेस देख के मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा। और आप सब बच्चों से मिलकर स्वामी जी और दूसरे गेस्ट्स को सुनकर, ब्रह्मचारियों की चांटिंग सुनकर बहुत ही मन काम हो गया। इंस्पिरेशन भी था पर मन शांत भी हो गया। और यहाँ के स्टाफ ने जो डेडिकेशन दिखाई है, आपने संगीता जी ने काफी इंट्रोड्यूस किया था पहले, तो उन सब की सेवा भाव देखकर भी मैं बहुत इंस्पायर हो गया हूँ। तो मुझे पूरी उम्मीद है कि SCHFV आने वाले समय में और आगे बढ़ेगी और मैं ये भी होप करता हूँ कि आसपास के गांव और शहर से लोग इस केंद्र में जुड़ेंगे, यहाँ के कार्यक्रमों में भाग लेंगे और मिलकर इस केंद्र की और बड़ी सक्सेस बनाएंगे। So I wish you all a very very happy birthday। आप सबका जीवन शांति और खुशी से भरा रहे और जैसे कि रमन महर्षि परमहंस ने कहा है, शांति ही हमारा वास्तविक स्वभाव है और हम अपनी सोच से उसे बिगाड़ देते हैं। तो आप ध्यान रखिए कि अंदर तो आप शांति और खुशी ही हैं और कुछ नहीं, और उसे याद रखिए। धन्यवाद।
I request Dr. Pushya to make a very quick Hindi essential translation. Not needed? Okay, that's okay. All right, so I think everybody understands. So we move on to the honoring of Srimati Neelam Singh, and I request Shankar Bidri sir. Srimati Neelam Singh is a very important trustee of Sambodh Foundation India. She has flew from Delhi and she is a businesswoman, one of those few women who are very successful in business, textile industry, and thank you Neelam ji for coming over. We request Sushma ji and Madan Lal ji to please come over and receive to receive it from Sri Shankar Bidri sir. And I have been to their house in Delhi. They're such a beautiful house, very, very beautiful paintings. And Madan Laji is also into business. And if I'm right, a pharmaceutical company and living in Defense Colony. Sri Madan Lalji and Sushma Madan Lalji all the way from Delhi. I also thought we should honor Advocate Rajeshri and Naveen. They are like, every place should have their own advocates, doctors, and also a very, very senior policeman as well. So you would have seen who all are there. So I also wanted to share my good friends, Advocate Naveen and Advocate Rajashri, very brilliant people from High Court advocates, to be honored by Shankar Bidri sir. Kumar, please take photograph. Okay, and Headmaster Subramaniam, sir. Okay, he wants to invite Hanmant Rao also. I think they are kind of debating, both should be there. So both Subramaniam sir and Hanmant Rao sir together being honored by Sri Shankar Bidri sir. They are from, yeah, please, so that the photograph and the documentation can be done. Chapali! No, one is enough. All right, thank you. And I think now we have to move on a little quickly. I think, is Unni here, Ranjit here? Okay, I think Guruji asked me that Ranjit is honored. So, sorry, I'm sorry. Bhaskar, yes. Maybe after Ranjit then. Mr. Bhaskar is still here, or I don't know. Ah, he's there. Ranjit is being honored. Ranjit is, he is basically, without him, what you see here would not have been possible. He is the backbone of a lot of activities here. And as a good friend and collaborator, I thank Ranjit on behalf of everybody. Mr. Bhaskar, again, I don't know without him what we would do. In the morning you saw him in another uniform performing the Homa. And Mr. Bhaskar is being honored by Sri Shankar Bidri sir. He is running a business, Rishi Landscapes and Gardening. And is Mr. No, this is not needed, only the covers. The covers. Is Mr. Robin here? Mr. Robin, is he here? We request Mr. Robin to come in the front. And the card, Dr. Pushya, card. Mr. Robin, who is the backbone of Sri Ranjit. So Ranjit works through Mr. Robin, and we request Mr. Robin to receive a small gift from Sri Shankar Bidri sir. Okay, next is Rajan Chetri. Rajan Chetri is from Assam. He takes care of he leads the Goshala here. Sri Rajan Chetri. The name you have to see, yeah? Sri Jode Kachapale. Srimati Tara Devi Chetri. They also have, great, coming from a good family and very beautiful home in Assam. Srimati Tara Devi Chetri. And Sri Sunil Saha. Sri Sunil Saha. Because of them, the Goshala is going on okay here. And to maintain a Goshala is not at all easy. I have seen that, and I can tell the stories later. And Kalpana Devi, our youngest member of our, is Srimati Kalpana Devi here, and she has a beautiful son, Ayush, who is 1 year old, must be somewhere here, and he's being taken care of by Tara Devi. And Alim, is Alim here? He must be waiting in the gate, but we want him to be honored, sir. Such inspirations take them a long way, because these people come from very different sections. And a small blessing from people from the, on the top, that can be a big inspiration. Alim is a security, and for him, a security person, to receive this gift from one of the top officers of Karnataka, Sri Shankar Bidri sir. He said, yeah, Anna, gift leke. आपको पता होना चाहिए सर कौन है? Shankar Bidri sir offering Mr. Alimuddin a small gift. He's even nervous to receive it from you, sir. Okay, and okay, now we honor a few other people, but 2 other people I want to keep it at the end. So Suman to be honored. No, Mira, keep that. Just the card. Suman is, as I told, a very humble-looking, brilliant boy. You know what he is teaching? He's teaching children how to increase their intuition. And I've seen some of the videos how blindfolded children predict the next ball or the moves of the ball so accurately. So he has tutored children on national level for chess playing. Thank you, Suman. And Meera Menon, one of my, all my students are favorite students. And Meera Menon from Nilampur Kovilagam royal family, but you would see how humble she is. And her PhD is on the faith healing traditions of Kerala. Her interest is in consciousness and literature. She is a professor at the Jain University Department of English Literature. She has a beautiful son. Yeah. All right, now we invite Dr. Shankar Rajaraman to come in and receive the honor from Sri Shankar, I'm sorry, Bidri sir, so it's the same names. Dr. Shankar Rajaraman, many people may not know. Actually, he's a very internationally well-known person with Ashtavadani and received President's Award and written a Mahakavya. So I request Dr. Shankar Rajaraman to say a few words and maybe say one line or two lines from his Sanskrit Mahakavya.
वेदिका मलङ्कुर्वतः विद्वत्तल्लजान् नमस्कुर्वे अत्र उपस्थिताः मां जानन्ति वा न वा इति अहं न जाने विशेषतः स्वामिभ्यः नमस्काराः शङ्करबिद्रि महाभागेभ्यश्च नमस्काराः रामचन्द्र महाभागेभ्यः महाबलेश्वर भागेभ्यश्च अहं तु वस्तुतः संस्कृतक्षेत्रात् न अस्मि अहं वैद्योऽस्मि MBBS कृत्वा तदनन्तरं मया मनोवैद्यकीये स्नातकोत्तरपदवी लब्धा तदनन्तरमेव मया ततः पूर्वमेव मया संस्कृतम् अधीतमासीत् शालायाम् अवधानिनः शतावधानिनः गणेशस्य स्नेहात् अहमपि अवधानं कर्तुं प्रारब्धवान् मम तु PhD अपि अभवत् PhD तु संगीतामेनन् महाभागायाः सकाशे एव तत्र अहं सेल्फ कॉन्शियस इमोशन्स् इति भावेषु कश्चन विभागः वर्तते बेसिक इमोशन्स् सेल्फ कॉन्शियस इमोशन्स् इति सेल्फ त्रीणि तत्र व्यभिचारि भाव सदृशानि मानसिकान् भावान् स्वीकृत्य अहं कार्यं कृतवान् व्रीडा गर्वः असूया इति त्रीन् भावान् स्वीकृत्य अहं कार्यं कृतवान् तदर्थम् अवकाशं दत्तवत्यै महाभागायै संगीता महाभागायै नमस्कारान् पुनः पुनः समर्पयितुम् इच्छामि एवं मम भारावतारस्तवाद् एकमेव श्लोकं पठित्वा समापयामि एष भारावतारस्तवः भगवन्तं मृगाङ्कमौलिं शिवं चिदम्बरनटेशम् अधिकृत्य लिखितम् एतत् स्तोत्रम् तस्मात् श्लोकात् प्रथममेव श्लोकं वसन्ततिलकात् छन्दसि निबद्धं सर्वमपि श्लोकं वर्तते प्रथमं श्लोकम् एवमस्ति अग्रे स्तुवत्सु विबुधेषु निशम्य शम्भो डिम्भोचितानि वचनानि जडात्मनो मे न्यग्रोधमूलवसते हसतस्तवद्राक् अद्य श्लथी भवतु शाश्वतमौनमुद्रा. This is the first shloka of one of my poems, hymns in praise of Lord Shiva, called as Bharavatārastava. Bhara basically means burden. Avatara is to take out the burden, basically. So here burden basically refers to the samsara itself as a burden, the repeated cycle of birth and death itself as a burden, as well as the burden of all the negative emotions that I have. And there is this concept called as Bharavatarana in Sri Vaishnava tradition, where Bharanyasa, where you place all your burden on the God. So here I use it, the same concept with respect to Shiva. So I place all my burden on Shiva. The first shloka basically means Agre Stuvatsu. In front of you, there are all these gods who are praising you. And in front of whom? In front of the Lord in his form as Dakshinamurti. Dakshinamurti is known for his silence. There is one of the forms of Shiva called as Dakshinamurti, known for its silence. And all these gods are praising in front of him. None of them is able to break his silence. You must have seen earlier that in circuses you have people who pay you for breaking their silence. You must have seen such people. Whatever jokes you utter in front of them, they will not laugh. So here I, as if like a small child, with my childish prattles, I am praising Lord Shiva, and the silence of that Lord Shiva, the divine silence which nobody else was able to break, it will be broken now through my words, because these words are like childish prattle, and listening to these childish prattles, you will obviously laugh. And you are known for your mauna, you are known for your silence, but I will be the person who will break your silence by uttering my childish prattles. So this is the, thank you.
Dr. Pushya Gaudama to be honored, as Professor Ramchandra Bhatta already has conferred Kannada Kasturi, and I think she is also Tamil Kasturi and Malayalam Kasturi and English Kasturi too. So Dr. Pushya Gaudama has an MD in Ayurveda, very celebrated scholar, I should say. Her PhD thesis is also very, very important on Charaka Samhita. And we have worked together, collaborated for many research papers, and I'm so happy to have her with me today. Thank you. And she's a great musician, as you would have seen for the Ganesha Stuti. Okay, but now this program is over, and no program is over without a group photograph. And I am going to request Mr. Kumar to make the seatment accordingly in few minutes, 2-3 minutes, and it should be over. And after that, I think if Dr. Sri Shankar Bidri sir has to leave, but then the lunch has to be there, because then the pradakshina can be done just before lunch. Okay.
अमित्रोऽव्यभिराजसर्गते देवागच्छया यजते ददाति च योगिस्ताभिस्तगते गोपतिष्ठः सुप्रतीकाजुषन्तां मयि मेधां मयि प्रदां मयि यज्ञस्तेजो दधातु मयि मेधां मयि